Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Ireland Live for Wednesday, the 5th of November. Remember, the 5th of November, Guy Fawkes night in the UK, where he tried to blow up the government. You remember that? I'll be joined shortly now by Orla Donoghue in the next few minutes. So, as you can see, I changed the backdrop here for the Irish one I went for tonight. So, we've a good bit coming up on the show. I have a bit to talk about yet. And hold on, let's go through a few of these. How are you? That's Anne-Marie Purcell. That's me. Hi, everyone. Why did all Jews order? Oh, Jesus, let's not start on the Jews again. I kept leading shot tonight. No more iPass centres, illegals out, and Ukrainians who are not legit need to go. That will be the start of the rebirth of this country. I agree with you. I do agree with you. How are you doing, lads? How's things? Yeah, I have the lovely Orla there now. Hello, Orla. How are you?
Well, how are you?
That's Halloween background. Why have I got Halloween background there now? I don't like that. No, let's do that. Get rid of that. Okay, now there we go. We're good. But how are you? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's grand. You know yourself.
Yeah. The laptop nearly didn't start there. It was sitting there and it was just horrible for about 20 minutes. About 8 o'clock, it was a nightmare. I'm thinking to myself, oh no, what's going to happen now?
Scares me thinking I could have got a night off.
Yeah, well, I could have all got a night off, but hey, you came on tomorrow night, so you're not really getting a night off. You're only prolonging inevitable. Let's be honest about it.
There's just no getting away from you, Paul, is there?
No. Hello, Chris. How is life treating you? I'd say Chris is doing very well. Evening, folks. What are we saying here now? Good evening, Paul. Fluoride free. How are you doing, buddy? How's things? How are you, Paul? Orla's here now. How are you, Orla?
Hey, Chris. How are you?
Tina Crin. How are you, Tina? Well done, all. Evening, all. Well done, Anthony Casey. I have my backing. You've done a good video today now, I have to say. So I'll play that later on. So it's a very good video. Evening, all. Evening, Orla. It's 5 days past Halloween, Paul. I know, yeah. It's mad,
Chris,
isn't it?
Go easy on him. He's 164. Like, you can't remember everything.
I'm 56. I'm 57 next month. Woohoo! Oh, the big.
Were you around, Paul, when the pumpkins used to be turnips?
Pumpkins were always pumpkins.
No, they weren't. They started off as being a turnip.
No. I probably was then, yeah. Hi, Paul, Orla, evening, everyone. Gadson. Paula, how are you? How's everyone? Yous are the resistance. Yeah, we are. Yeah. You're the only one that is putting a bit of resistance, to be honest with you. With all these fake shite and everything else, I'm just not going to give them any more air.
Shall I go get my book?
The what?
Shall I go get my book?
No, where are we? Evening, all. Paul and Orla, unexpected surprise tonight. Yeah. What was that now? The unexpected surprise. Can you fill me in there?
Is it us on tonight?
Hello, man. Hello, Michael John. How are you, buddy? How's things? Great to see you back there. You were back the other night, I know, but we hadn't seen you for a few weeks. We thought something was wrong with you. And we still haven't heard from
Pather. Where's Pather Doyle?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Anyone know Pather Doyle? Anyone able to check in with him because he's just gone AWOL?
Yeah, because he hasn't. Yeah, he's using it. Must be 5 or 6 weeks.
And he was always one of our regulars. Every night he'd be on.
And he's great cracklish. Yeah. Maybe he has been swayed by the others. You know what I mean?
I don't think there was any swaying.
I don't think so either. Yeah.
And then there used to be a great crack at the competition. Oh, hey, Liam, how are you?
How are you, Liam? How are you, buddy? All right?
I was going to say there was always great crack at the end. There used to be this battle between himself and Chris as to who was going to get it up about the lion.
Who was going to do the show? Get it up and stop it to get it up.
Sorry, I mean, say it about the lion.
Fireworks going off, Matt. Yeah, that's over there. Yeah, we had them here the other bleeding night. Hi from Clonmel. How are you doing, Leanne Sweeney? How are you?
Leanne, how are you?
Greetings from Cavan. Oh, the Cavan man. Yeah. How are you, Jonathan? You're in Cavan. I thought you were up this neck of the... No, okay, maybe not. I thought you were still there. But I remember our pumpkins were turnip. Our father used to do a grand job making them for us all. I don't remember that.
Do you not remember the story of Stingy
No.
Jack?
No, we never
It started off
did
when
pumpkins
the devil
like
gave
that.
him a light and he put it in a pumpkin and he
No,
carved
we
it out
never
so the
did
light would show. And then when the Irish went over to America, they found that the pumpkins were easier to carve, and that's why we ended up with pumpkins. But originally, it was turnips.
Oh, there you go. Holy
Oh, and
Jesus.
you were
What
around at that
fountain
stage.
knowledge here.
Nobody knew Stingy Jack himself.
No, that was in the 1800s, or you know what I mean. That was when the Woodners were about. You know what I mean. We have to get stricter with who's coming into this country, or we'll be a minority in the next 20 years. You better believe it.
It won't even take 20 years.
Michael Johns with the teddy bears. How are you? Well done. Chris Bourne. We've also been missing "Make the Lion Roar" tagline. Yeah, it's.
But that's what I mean. Where's Pather gone?
But if anyone knows Pather Doyle,
where is he?
Look in on him, will you? Because we're a bit worried about him. Good evening, Paulo and Orla. How are you? How's Ferg?
How are you?
You're good, mate. Yeah. Need to grab a charger. Yeah, you don't want it going off. But again, you can watch us on the laptop if you want. You go on to I'm going to put them up there now, the banner. Sorry. You can get us on www.theirishchannel.com/live. If you're on the internet, if you're on your laptop, or if you're in the sitting room and you want to put it up, you pull up YouTube on your telly and just go into @IrishColumn. And we'll be live there. Or also, if you go into the internet on your telly, www.theirishchannel.com/live. You'll also get us on @FitzyDub on X, @Anthony L. Casey, @RuggerMorph27, IrelandForce23, and on YouTube, as I said, @IrishColumn. Yeah, and @Dealer Heron. On Facebook, my Facebook, Paul Fitzsimons, and again, www.theirishchannel.com/live. You can also send us in a few messages there on WhatsApp, 0892031521. You can also buy us a coffee, and I have to say, we got a few coffees bought for us, and you all know who you were. Thank you very much for
we do.
Us on Sunday. Fair play to everybody who contributed. Fair play to you all.
And you were told to buy me a Bulmers.
You helped us out immensely, I have to say. You really did, so yeah.
Yes, it was brilliant. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so hold on there now. I just
you putting it back up again, the Revolut?
Yeah, put what?
Yeah,
oh yeah.
Put that up because there probably will have people find that easier, that they can screenshot it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'll do now. I'll throw that up there now. Fair play. There you go, people. If you want to Revolut, you can screen grab that there. I can just do the beepy thing, whatever I've never actually done it, so I don't know how to do it. So
scan it with your camera.
You just scan it with the camera, does it? And it brings you somewhere, does it? To do whatever you want.
It brings you into the link.
Oh, that's cool then, yeah.
And then you can just donate.
Yeah, happy days. Coffee there, you know what I mean? It's nice. Where am I hiding? Gaston, a cardboard box. I think no one would suspect a cardboard box. Paul, did you know that "Make the Lion Roar" was a quote from St. Augustine? I did. Yes, I knew exactly who it was from. Yeah, St. Augustine. Yeah. Yeah, I've been using that one a while now. Thanks for that, Anne-Marie. Fair play to you. You made it. You made it. Yeah, that's interesting. Paul, you're looking gorgeous. Thank you.
Here we go.
I aim to please. 8
minutes in.
Put it back up there, Paul. Put what?
Oh,
what
Kevin, don't you start. You start.
Good luck, Kevin.
I tell you, Kevin, wait till I see you.
Get it up there.
Chris, do not encourage them. You're supposed to be on my side.
Yeah, you're dumb nuts. Fuck's sake. I'm going to stop sharing that now. Put it back up there, Paul.
Oh my God. Any wonder I need a Bulmers.
Jesus Christ, man, honestly.
Right. Okay, let's start doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, let's do that. I just want to drag this bitch in. Holly Cairns, did you see her? I just want to go with?
I think I said
Holly Cairns, yeah, you said. Well, I have a there's a minute on that one. I think I have another one as well. But we'll play that now in a minute. But I just want to go with the DCC from the other night. Okay. where Casino Park and the surrounding areas down there are looking for a playground, and they're trying to develop the place, and they wanted to reword and amend different stuff and blah 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 blah. I'm just trying to play this because some of these are mad, but Gavin Pepper helps out with this one.
From Councillor Heaney, and I'm just going to read it out. The amendment text is to insert the words "the local community" between the words "associated with" and "heritage" on point 5, page 330. I'm just trying to get the thing myself here. If let Councillor, just to finish off, so the revised wording would now read, and then I'll let Councillor Heaney in, that the title transferred shall include a covenant to the effect that the lands can only be used for social, community and amenity purposes associated with the local community, heritage, tourism, culture and or arts, to include appropriate ancillary services. That is on the edition of point 5, page 330. Councillor Heaney. Yeah, I'm going to get you mic'd up now. Yeah, Mr. Come on. Councillor Heaney. Don't touch a thing. There you go. Now you're on.
Yeah, it was my colleague, Councillor Gavin Pepper, who brought this to my attention. I hadn't actually seen the opportunity. But for a long number of years now, Lord Mayor, the piece of land that we're disposing to, or proposing to dispose to the Office of Public Works, is fronting the estate of the casino in Dublin 3 in my constituency, and Gavin's family originate from there. But there is no playground facility and there is no community facility for the people who live in that area. Councillor Burke will attest to that. I think he's online. And for a long number of years, our area managers have worked tirelessly to try and get some works done to provide an amenity for the locals. And what I'm asking us to do is to include in the covenant that's pointed out at paragraph 5 or point 5, which will read, if people agree to my motion or to the amendment, that the title transferred shall include a covenant to the effect that the lands can only be used for social, community and amenity purposes associated with, and I'm putting in the local community in there, because the local community isn't getting anything out of what we're proposing here, and really what we want is a playground, and I think Councillor Pepper wants to come in to support that. Gormagad, Lord Mayor.
Yeah, thanks very much, Councillor Heaney. Yeah, look, am I all right now? Thanks very much, Councillor Heaney. Yeah, I played for St Vincent's GAA Club. My mum and dad are still in Casino. My hero, Christy Bug, he still lives there. It's a great community in Casino, but it's actually a working class community. There's a lot of people that are council tenants there. And all growing up, we never had a playground. There was a little Mickey Mouse thing put in that wasn't even a playground with no swings or anything. It's gone. The basketball court, the 38, it was just left to rot. I mean, it's a big area. And I welcome it being developed, but there definitely has to be a playground in it. There's a woman there, Celine O'Neill. She doesn't get much funding, and she does a lot of events. She does a lot of green events and community events in the area with the kids throughout the summer. They need a playground. It needs to be part of it, and they need to be engaged with. Thanks very much, and thanks, Councillor Heaney.
So that amendment is formally seconded.
Sorry, can I ask a question?
Will you just give me a second? Yeah. Hang on, I haven't forgotten anyone. Is there questions now? So, Councillor Cooney.
Sorry, yeah, I mean...
No. Fair play to Gavin for pushing that now, you know what I mean? And I have breaking news as well. You'll like this. I love it. I'm seeing it there now. There we have it there now. Gavin Pepper will not pay legal costs in case taken against him by debt firm judge rules. What do you think of that? That's good news, isn't it?
Well,
it looks well.
It definitely wasn't Judge Nolan anyway, was it?
No, he looks good, I have to say.
Just the hair's looking well.
Oh, I tell you, listen, he's a good guy, Gavin. Gavin Pepper will not have to pay legal fees incurred by Pepper Finance. Isn't that just ironic? Look, Pepper Finance going after Pepper. In the High Court action taken by the debt purchasing firm against the Dublin City Councillor, as a judge has ruled. Mr. Justice Brian Cregan on Wednesday said Mr. Pepper had, at the earliest opportunity, given undertakings in terms sought by Pepper Finance Corporation owners, namely not to attend or film outside the homes of staff of the firm. The judge who criticised Pepper Finance's application for cost was as oppressive, said it was appropriate to make no order for legal costs in this case. Pepper Finance and its managing director, Ian Wigglesworth, brought urgent proceedings against Mr. Pepper in July after the councillor recorded video footage outside Mr. Wigglesworth's home for the purposes of social media posts. Mr. Pepper did not record anything outside anyone's house. Okay? That's for the record. Mr. Justice Cregan granted an interim injunction preventing the council from attending the Wigglesworth home or filming and watching him and his family, or from publishing home addresses of Pepper Finance employees. The proceedings became moot when Mr. Pepper made the concessions in the terms of relief sought by Pepper Finance. The case returned to court on Wednesday to decide issue of legal costs. Brian Conroy, SC, appearing for Pepper Finance, said an order for costs should be made against Mr. Pepper, arguing against Mr. Pepper's claim that the proceedings were brought prematurely and as such he should not have to pay costs. Mr. Conroy submitted that the councillor derided on social media 2 pre-litigation letters seeking that he desist from the complaint of conduct. Mr. Justice Cregan said he understood why Mr. Wigglesworth moved quickly in order to protect his family and noted that he was granted the injunction following the urgent application to the court. This was Mr. Justice Cregan said does not necessarily mean Pepper Finance or Mr. Wigglesworth are entitled to legal costs. The judge said Mr. Pepper came into court and effectively held his hands up. He noted Mr. Pepper gave the undertaking sought by Pepper Finance, something that the court must have regard for. Now, I was there when Gavin gave his evidence, and it was more or less put in as an affidavit, okay? And that was his more or less sworn affidavit. He did not record didn't record anything. He had a tent there. He didn't record anything. He didn't record the child. He didn't record Ian Wigglesworth. I know that for a fact he didn't. You know what I mean? Because, listen, I just know, okay? And let's be honest, the media didn't run with the story the last time when Mr. Pepper's affidavit was actually read out in the court, like, you know what I mean? So, they run with what they want to run with, the media, you know what I mean? But fair play, he has gotten off for it. I had no doubt that he wouldn't, you know what I mean? Because I knew he did nothing wrong. I knew for a fact he did nothing wrong. He knew he did nothing wrong. So, Gavin, fair play to you, mate. Well done. Fair play. And I know you can't come on and talk about it. I know you can't, whatever. I do. I understand that. So, yeah, that's no problem. We'll have you on one of the nights now just to talk about something else. Let's not talk about this. So, yeah, that's a bit of good news. And anyway, someone's at the getting a bit of good news,
Good, yeah. Actually, just when we're on the same topic, I sent you over a video, was it yesterday, in relation to Ross Lahive.
Ross Lahive.
Yes, yeah. Because his case has been adjourned, thank God, because he thought he was going to prison. Yeah, it's a Facebook.
Oh, yes, Facebook.
I sent it over. Yeah, I think I did.
You did send it over.
I did. Yeah, it's on Facebook. Yeah.
I have all the Facebooks there and what I need to get here. Yeah, I have. Yeah. You have that ugly fella. Then I have this good-looking fella.
Well, I hope Ross is the good-looking fella.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah. So there he is there. Okay, I'll play this and we'll come back and talk about it. Can you hear that?
It's a bit better. I just want to do a quick little video here to give people an update. I'm leaving Tralee right now. Leaving Tralee, thank God. I thought it might not have went my way. In fairness, Judge Colin Daly didn't really challenge my request for an adjournment because I need to get legal representation. The prosecuting barrister was popping mad. He wanted to go ahead with it. The witnesses were there, but I didn't have proper legal representation, and it's a very strong constitutional right we have here in Ireland. So I'm back again on the 13th of January for mention. I have to find myself a solicitor, and I'd like to see another day outside of prison, and I want to thank the people that showed up for me today. I got a good turnout. There'll be another video coming shortly. I'll go into more detail of what actually happened. But just for now, lads, thanks for all the support. I got a tremendous amount of support the last couple of days. And I want to thank everyone that put out videos. Derek, Ferg, Stephen, Kerr, and so many more. Kara, lads, everyone, thank you so much. And chat soon again.
Fair play. I'm glad, because
good news.
for anyone that doesn't know what he's charged with, he's charged for disrupting a drag time story hour for children. Was it in Kerry?
Yeah,
I
think so.
Yeah. And he went in. I've seen the video. I've watched the video umpteen times. He was pushed. There was an umbrella stuck in his face. He moved the umbrella. He might have brushed off somebody. I don't know. But there was no malice in what he was doing. There was no anything in what he did. You know what I mean? All he's trying to do is protect kids. You know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This indoctrination has to stop. Like, you know what I mean? And it has to come right down. Like McEntee, Helen McEntee put off talking to the what you call it, the hunger striker people outside the Dáil on Monday to go and do a photo shoot for an LGBT thing in school. You know, and her husband is the marketing director for AbbVie, puberty blockers. You know, come on, like, people.
I know it's conflict of interest.
Definitely. My entire family have suffered at the hands of local council since 1972. Fair play to Ross. Yeah,
no, Ross is great. He does great work now.
Local councils.
Somebody said there, I I did not use bad language. What word did I say?
Yeah, I don't know. Sean Mean's case was up yesterday as well, and he was
and
put
the same
back
thing
until January.
Liam, didn't you highlight that? Was it you highlighted it?
Liam
Somebody
did
highlighted that again. Same thing happened with Sean. He was told he didn't have to go to court, and it's a good thing he did show up because they were looking for him.
A bench warrant. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They do that all the time.
Yeah,
and I think is it Thursday or Friday? Paul Nolan's case is up. I think it is. I'll check now to see if there's any messages. I might have messages in there, so I'll check.
I must actually look at Sean Meehan's Facebook page and just see what updates there is on it. I just forgot about it today.
Yeah,
so it's an absolute disgrace what's happening with that man. I mean, this is all because he built a log cabin on his own land. Like, this is just absolutely disgraceful.
A relatively reasonable amount of profanity is acceptable, Orla. Listen, it's terrible what they're putting that man through just for him trying to stop kids being abused and brainwashed. Yeah. It's disgusting. Let's make it 4 for 4 with Paul Nolan and me. And yeah, please God, yeah.
Hopefully, Chris,
put out a call there. I'm sure I have. I'll put it up now in a while. I'm sure I have a message. Not a message. I'm sure I have what you call it, the Ferg's what you call it, his Twitter. I'm sure he put out a video today. Yeah, I think I have it here. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna actually play this. All right. So I haven't had time to pull it down. So
the far. Did you read that comment? The far right were funded by the Dublin crime gang. Did you ever hear such utter nonsense?
Listen,
and living with Lucy.
Nicola Talent. Yeah. This is what sells papers. This is what sells. Look, I have a video there from the BBC. Did you see good. That one?
I sent it on to you.
Yeah, that's only the minute one. There's a 6-minute one there with your man Christie. Jesus, the things they have done. Tough job talking about this bollocks. Like, yeah, it is a tough job. Ross doesn't even have kids himself. He needs major respect. Yes, I didn't want to say that while I was playing the video, but he has no kids at the minute, like, you know what I mean? And he's still trying to do this. Andy Heisman was the same. There was a few of the lads around Cork that were doing it. Listen, fair play to them. Tip me hat to them. Fair play. 100% Coyle. What did Coyle say? Oh, how are you, Mark? How's things? Good evening,
Hey, Mark,
Paula.
how are you?
What was said about carers and any update on the Crown Paint case, which was supposed to go ahead on November 3rd? Digital wallet picture sent to shows. WhatsApp, thanks. Well, the court case for Crown Paints was put back until, I think it's next week or the week after. I'm not sure. It's put back in anyway. Yeah, it was put back. So that's, I haven't really got much to add to it. You know what I mean? I'll get the date and I'll put the date up in a while. These folks are sex industry adjacent and nuts to let them near kids. Yes, exactly. All an attempt to bankrupt him, isn't it? Yeah. Paul is Friday.
Yeah. What are you looking for? The BBC one, is it? Is that what you're looking for?
I have it here. No, I have it here. I have it here. Paul Nolan is Friday, so if anyone can make it into the court, please do, and give him a dig out. Bring your flags, witches, as well, lads. Yeah. Right, I'm gonna play Ferg. This video from Ferg, yeah. What are you laughing at?
Yeah, are you ready to play the BBC one? Yeah, I have it here. Right, I'm going to play Ferg now.
Well, I had Ferg lined up there. That's, you know what I mean? We start talking about all different things. So this is about Friday, yeah, for Paul. Okay, so let me share this, and then we'll go with the BBC.
That's
yeah.
right.
Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. I'm imploring everyone to get to the CCJ on Friday to support Paul Nolan. It's his birthday that day, and these scumbags are trying to lock him up for recording outside the night pass centre, totally legal. Whereas on the other hand, the other day, they gave a suspended sentence to a non-national who stabbed a tourist 8 times at Dublin Airport. That's attempted murder. He got to walk away. The judge in Paul's case, the last time he was up, he actually used the term predatory about Paul. Yet these same fucking vile scumbags, they let off the absolute lowest of the low that source children, little babies being raped, but they get a slap in the wrist and a suspended sentence, and all just go back into society around our innocent children. Make it make sense? It absolutely doesn't. These same animals that are trying to lock up citizen journalists like them police, they're not calling them guard anymore. They're police. They came into Philip Boyer and took his phone on him. The brazen bastards at the air, because they got the okay from the top to go and do what they want. The same way they carried Ross, myself, Teddy K, you name it, anyone standing up to these fucking bastards. And sick ahead of the party. And they're automatically an enemy of this state. This same rotten treason state, fraudulent state, that fearmonger this oil back in 2020 about a non-existent big bad virus that replaced the flu in 2020. In 2021, these same monsters put this country into a medical trial, and they have slaughtered over 25,000 of our people, including Irish men, women, young boys and girls, including Ava O'Brien and Roy Butler, and babies in the womb. And they are still advocating for that RTA is safe and effective. They're responsible for that little girl that was raped at the hands of a foreigner that shouldn't have been here either a couple of weeks ago at City West. They're responsible for all the children that get trafficked to hotels, plied with alcohol and drugs and raped by gangs of fucking paedophiles for money. They're responsible for all this. And they're going after the people that are exposing them. So we're imploring everyone, please be there on Friday for Paul and show him the support that he thoroughly deserves, and anyone else going forward. These cars should be packed out with hundreds of people in support of the men and women that have stood up to these fucking monsters over the last few years without any fear. For our own personal safety, our families, our homes that have been threatened non-stop. It's time, people, and this thing on the 25th at Tusley, this has to have a massive turnout. For that little girl and everyone else has been failed by this rotten treason state. So please show up for these people that deserve support, okay? That have put themselves out there on the line for this country and your families and their futures. God bless everyone this fight. Here we go, bro.
Fair play to Ferg. Yeah, he's dead, right. Someone said, right at the end of it there, someone said there's an echo. Paul, right, mute your mic. Yeah, but didn't you tell me? That's what you're there for. You know, it's no good having a blatant co-host if they're going to look.
I can't. You can't hear me talk when the video's playing.
Look, I can because both their mics are on. It's a video.
I can hear you drinking coffee.
Yeah, well, there you go. Well, then obviously you could hear.
I thought that was just your mic.
No,
But actually,
sorry,
fair,
young lady. How are you,
a point there in relation to our old pal, Judge Nolan. So we all know the story of that DJ Carney fella, right? And what he did with taking money of people, which was absolutely terrible, and pretended he had cancer and all that. But Judge Nolan had his case and said, you know, he was thinking about giving him a sentence, you know, a custodial sentence. But like, he'll give for that, but yet he'll let off paedophiles and rapists with a slap on the wrist. How does that make sense?
Doesn't make sense.
And these are absolutely vicious, heinous crimes, especially against children. Like, there's no rhyme or reason. And I just cannot understand how he's still a sitting judge.
It's about time we got a producer for the show. I'm the producer, I'm the director, I'm the host, all the other hosts, but I'm everything. I do everything. I'm putting up your comments.
We don't get paid ourselves, never mind paying anybody else.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I can't just sit here and look pretty, like, you know what I mean? The way all I can, you know. I have to be I'm working while we're here. Fair, they are trying to agitate us, letting immigrants off totally or very lightly, and doing us, the Irish people, for small things, trying to scare us and shut us up. Exactly. Fair play to you, Leroy. Yeah, it is, Leroy. Yeah, I'm sure it is. But there you go. That's for Friday, 7th of November at 10 a.m. Get down there and show your support to Paul. Please do.
Yeah.
But Ferg, that's trying to agitate us. It's true. It is true.
Mm-hmm.
How can I keep Paul safe when it comes to North Antrim? Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Wayne O'Donoghue raped and murdered Robert Holohan and only got 2 years in prison. Was he the soldier? Was that him? I don't know.
Not sure.
I honestly think the only reason DJ was sent down was because of one of the people that he swindled.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, how does he get sent down, but yet paedophiles and rapists get off with a slap on the wrist? It's just madness.
Well, there you go. That's what Kevin Coyle just said. Kerry frauded money, but you can touch women and kids, but you can't touch or take our money.
Exactly.
That's it. Yeah.
Like, that makes any sense.
Fionnuala always looks well.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I know. It's lovely. The little country is always love. They love making a show of the Irish, but not even in name if they are outside the parish. Yeah, it's that's how bad it's got now. Like, you know what I mean? If I get done for anything, you've seen it the day I got done for the thing last year. Failed election candidate, Paul Fitzsimons, blah blah, was caught with a knife and he had a weapon, and then when I got off with it, like, the judge threw it out. The judge threw the knife thing out and said, "Listen, okay, that's what you had it for," but the papers ran with failed Paul Fitzsimons, failed election candidate, avoids prison. He pleaded to the judge for leniency. I didn't plead. There's nothing I could have been done on, you know what I mean? But these leftards and retards, these are just gobshites, like, you know what I mean? But the Journal ran with it. The Irish Times ran with the same article, you know what I mean? That I avoided jail, but, you know.
Yes, name those two papers again. We don't need to say anything more. And we know how much the world loves you.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But you can't trust mainstream media.
Where was the support for Graham Carey? I agree with you. Graham was just... Listen, I went over to Finglas 2 years ago and protested over there because of Graham Carey, and there was a standoff there. We did go out for that, you know what I mean? That's what I went out for anyway, because Graham was banned from this, that, and the other and everything else, you know what I mean? It's about time Graham comes back. I think he should be nearly allowed back now, you know what I mean? So he should come back and start, because I tell you one thing, that man could talk and that man knew what he was talking about, you know what I mean? He was miles, he was years ahead of everyone else, I'm telling you now. Carey will be out and write another book.
Probably.
Yeah. Judge Nolan only makes sense when you see him as a kiddie fiddler himself. It doesn't otherwise. Paul, like Gavin, is a righteous Irish man looking for sense. Innocent too. Yeah, exactly. Now you have it. He's right, you know. But Nolan, I'm going to be honest with you, he gets to look at all this stuff. He has to go to his chamber and look at all of this. I'd say
I'd be sick.
It's no good. It's no good checking his laptop because it's all downloaded, probably there for him to look at. I have to download it to do whatever. So, you know, come on. Brendan
Could you imagine
tell us?
actually us being in there as judges? I swear to God, you'd hop across the table at them.
Brendan, yes, we do know about it. We just spoke about it a minute ago, and it's the 12th of December. When are you going to tell us about the Coolock case? Did you even know the case was on last Monday? Of course I did. I'm in the Coolock group. I couldn't get in, and I found out everything that happened and everything that was said. Yeah, and to be honest, Brendan, I don't like reporting on stuff like this because it could jeopardise the case. That's the way I'm looking at it. You know what I mean? So it's kicked down the road again for another 3 weeks or 4 weeks. When it's all done and dusted, then we report on it and we can have the people on who worked on it as well. That's no problem, Brendan. You know what I mean? But until then, I'm not going to jeopardise the case and I'm not going to speak about it. It's put back until the 12th. I think it's the 12th of December. Yeah. So thanks for writing in anyway. Thanks, Brendan. Did anybody show up for him? For who? Paul is feeling neglected. You're sweet, Paul. Paul just got the good end of the stick. Earth, aka the heart. They want to hijack the heart. They need to destroy the heart of the strongest man. They are out for the children as well. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. If we had justice, we wouldn't be in this mess. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Any dissenting voices at all, anyone who's speaking out against this government, and I mean anyone. You look at it, Ferg mentioned it there. It was Ferg, Philip, myself, Ross, Derek Bloy. You know what I mean? Anyone who has spoke out about this is getting creamed. Kevin Coyle, Paul Nolan, Tinker. You know what I mean? We all seen the video of Tinker a few weeks ago where the copper, the black dude stopped him and just harassed him. Like, that's what they're doing here. That's all they do. Make your life hell. You know what I mean? But I'm going to be honest with you. I'll be going after the man who done me. I don't give a shit. I'm going to go after him in his personal capacity now. I'm being honest with you, because when my video drops, you will see exactly my video drops. You'll see exactly what happened on that day. You will, and I'm telling you, it's get the popcorn, people. Get the popcorn. So yeah, what else have we got there? Fionnuala, they kept the evidence of Wayne's sperm found on Robert's hand. Corrupt justice system. Yeah, I truly hope it kicks off soon. I really, really do. I'm going to be honest with you. I think they hope it kicks off soon as well. I'm being honest with you. They're pushing people and pushing people and pushing people. And listen, the man who wanted to be left alone, and I'd say Fergus Power is one of them. I'd say Gavin Pepper is one of them. I'm one of them. I just wanted to get along with my life, and I was just thrown into this. You know what I mean? Because I seen what was going on, and we're all still here. We're all still fighting the fight. You know what I mean? So trust me, Paul, we are paddling the same thing. We are. In fact, listen to the iPass fire story. The amount of lawyers is staggering. Well, when you look at that iPass thing, okay, first it came out in the papers and all over the media that it was little young fellas with fireworks, pointed them in, and then all of a sudden, a day later, this brilliant video emerges of someone setting fire to the thing. And if you look at it, his foot looks black and he's wearing a flip-flop. So, you know what I mean? Who goes out on Halloween night in flip-flops, you know? Nobody buys newspapers anymore. Dirty rags written by dirty things.
Yeah, you're
Gavin
right,
is a fraud. How do you make that out, Danny McMahon? How do you make that out? Because I can tell you he's not. So if you have a bit of evidence or you have something to that effect, you shouldn't be really calling people names unless you have the facts and figures. You know what I mean? If I'm here calling people names, I have the evidence. Okay, so if you haven't got evidence, you shouldn't really be saying shit like that, to be honest. Flock of nationalist ducks just entered Irish airspace. Was it the Mighty Ducks? And the on their way. Woohoo! Captain Birdseye and the Mighty Ducks. Draw the program. Ireland forced dehumanising makes them complicit. Yeah. Well, I'm going to read. These are going in there. Older men always look more handsome, and it's not easy. The bastards lifted me for something very similar, Paul. But recently I heard about a foreigner being allowed a religious exemption for carrying a knife.
Exactly.
I went mental when I heard about it. Yeah, I don't blame you. And we've all seen the video. We've all seen the video of the guy telling, and I think I know that guy. The guy telling the copper, listen, he said, you know quite well, if that was me carrying a knife, I'd be sitting in the back of that car. And he agreed with him. But it's a religious, I don't give a shit, he says. he shouldn't be carrying a knife.
No.
And this is the problem here. This is the problem here. You come to this country, you abide by our laws and our rules. You don't abide by your Muslim or your Sunni or your Shias or whatever the bleeding hell you think you are. You don't abide by them. Them laws are gone. You come into this country, you have to abide by our laws. End of. But then we have councillors coming in here, Muslim councillors, and then you have this other gobshite, El Dodri. He's coming in now, and he has the ear of the government, he has the ear of RTE, and they're pushing their agenda. Make no mistake, Muslims aren't here to take part. They're here to take over. And that's what they do in every country they go into. You know what I mean? Since the year dot, that's what they do. So please, people, watch out. I almost got to click like. Okay. Kingdom CC, I think she like a girl, like her. I don't know who you're talking about. Time me out, Paul. I'm a bit of overload. Don't want to be a pest. In fact, I'll listen up and shitting. Yeah, all right, mate. Walk away. Put out whatever you want. Church law, government and pillars. Okay. 2 months I got on the 12th of December for getting arrested at the Coolock says no protest. Remember, that was in the November, wasn't it? That happened, yeah. The one at Clare Hall Junction. Yeah, I shouted at the cop and got 2 months. Yeah. Because you're a dissenting voice, Kevin. That's exactly why. You know what I mean? Like, how many others have got locked up, Kevin? Look around you of people who you know, none of them have been in court or locked up or threatened to be locked up. So, listen, I know who I can trust now. You know what I mean? I know who's on my side. You know what I mean? So, 12th of December, 23. 23. Okay, yeah, no, it wasn't. Yeah, no, I know the one you're talking about now. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. You'll have to get it up before you drop it. Roll it there, Orla.
Erg.
Vanilla, thanks. I got you. Didn't like it. We're good. Okay, Brendan is saying, are you going to mention the other case on Monday where canon law was argued successfully in the court? All work stopped because of canon law. Did you even know of this case? No, I didn't. No, hadn't got a clue. Hadn't got a clue about that case, Brendan. But if you want to listen, send the stuff in here. I can read it out. I can put up whatever you want if you want me to. So, Fergus Power, sure, he won't leave his mouse alone. Okay,
he's always battering it. You can hear him.
Come on, all right.
We are slamming it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Is at loan closure a legal precedent? Apparently it is. Yeah.
I sent a screenshot. I actually sent that screenshot on to you, but I want to do the BBC thing, so just so we keep on that, and then I sent you on a screenshot in relation to that Athlone thing.
Yeah, not a lot of the protest today at the Department of Justice at 1. Need more next week at 1 on Wednesday at the Department of Justice. Yeah, well, we did feature that, didn't we? That was the one I think Collie was speaking at, wasn't it, the other day? We did talk about that, yeah, on Sunday, I think. Where did the kids in Drogheda iPass go to school? Does anyone in Drogheda even know? Nobody knows anything. Gypsy Creek. And if you ever say, I hear you're racist, fella, just ignore them. The word racist lost with me. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. Right, I'm just going to play this, right? This is Joey Barton, right? Do you know Joey Barton? He's an ex-footballer in the UK.
Oh, yeah,
he's bang on the money. Everything he talks about, he's bang on the money. So I'm just going to play this while we were talking about that. Have I got it there? Hold on. Sinn Féin as fighters, yeah, we have them. I mustn't have pulled it down. I mustn't have pulled it down. Let me just look. I thought I had it there. Wait, what did you say to me there? Sorry, Orla. You said to show what?
The BBC one.
The BBC, the small BBC one.
Yeah, there's no point playing a 6-minute video.
Oh, listen, this is good because it goes through loads of stuff that BBC have been caught out on. And it's exactly what RTE are doing here.
Yeah, and Virgin Media are at, yeah.
Exactly the same, you know. Let me just play this.
This story is everywhere right now. And honestly, it feels like just the beginning. Because if there's one thing you know about Donald Trump, it's that he's a bulldog. Once he gets his teeth into something, he doesn't let go. And if this leak about the BBC turns out to be real, holy smoke, this could be the start of something massive. Maybe the end of the BBC's licence fee era. I stopped paying mine years ago. I don't watch the BBC, and I'm glad I don't, because what they've just done, or at least what's being exposed, proves exactly what so many of us have been saying for years. They're not neutral. They're not fair. They're a twisted, ideological machine pretending to be journalism. People used to say, oh, the BBC, they're the gold standard. Really? Gold standard? More like fool's gold. Because now we're seeing the edits, the spin, the agenda laid bare. The truth is, this isn't about Trump. It's about trust. It's about how far the so-called public broadcasters have drifted from the public they claim to serve. 6 or 7 years later, and the cracks are finally showing. You can bet Trump won't stop here. He'll drag every last one of them into the light. Good. It's about time someone did.
But sure, the BBC is going to be the same. They're going to be paid huge money by the government to be a propaganda machine, the exact same as what we have here.
Any news from City West? I don't know, to be honest with you. I really don't. I saw a video today of German lady being harassed for sex by a migrant. He said he had needs and she had to comply. Luckily, a German man stepped in to help.
Oh my God.
I watch you and Orla from Donegal. Love you both. I miss Orla's wee cat.
I don't know where Angel is tonight. I don't know where she's disappeared to.
Yeah, we're at the shooting up there now in the last few minutes. Fair play to you. We've just hit 800. Boom, boom.
Did you want to put up that screenshot then in relation to the Athlone iPass?
Yeah, I just want to read a couple more of these. Bear with me. Graham mass attacks this Christmas, but they will not call it terrorism. Joey Barton is a sound fella. Says it how it is. Yeah. Clip sent showing how little the government think of the women and those of the country. Equal rights. Did you send it on to me there, mate? I'm not seeing anything coming in. Anti-vaxxer, racist, far right. We know who you are. We know who we are and what we are. People pushing moral high ground to make themselves feel important. Well, I'm an anti-vaxxer. Apparently, I'm a racist. I'm far right. Jesus, the kids think I'm the leader of the far right. Like, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous, like the way they Gavin setting up interviews with the Irish Slimes. He didn't set up anything. They came over and interviewed him. Come in and tell you how many of you have been interviewed by anyone. Let's be honest about it. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know which one you're talking about with the Irish Slimes. Was it last week outside the thing? I don't know which one you're talking about now, to be honest with you. I know he done one with Kitty Holland last year when he was doing his campaign. And I think I know he done one last week. So I don't know. Maybe that's the one you're talking about. But hey, listen, it's getting the point out. People, it's getting written to people, and the normies are seeing it in the Slimes or whatever else. You know what I mean? Not that makes any difference. Joey Barton calls it like it is. Yeah, where is bleeding Joey Barton? This is what I can't understand here now. Wait a minute. Because I had it. There it is there. I didn't bleed it. I didn't pull it down. Just bear with me there. It was JB. Yeah. I'm getting pins and needles. Yeah. Why isn't that downloading? Well, I'm just gonna play this, but this is brilliant. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear it now, Orla, won't you? Okay, let me just turn up my mic.
Has gone that far left that they consider everyone to the right of them right wing, and not some of them people aren't right wing. They're just left of centre. They're just not radically left of centre. And if you're not radically left of centre, you haven't got fucking rainbow hair and rainbow pubes, then unfortunately they consider you as some kind of fucking right wing bigot. You've got to buy into their ideology completely. If you don't, and you don't support the right flag, or you haven't got your right name in your bios, then you're a Nazi to them, or you're a fascist to them. You've seen how they behave.
That's it in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
That's it in a nutshell. What's this now? Got paid and legged it. Are you for real, Daryl? Come on. Got paid from who? Come on, mate. Will you? Again, unless you have receipts and evidence to back this shit up, stop with the bullshit, please, because it's bullshit. I'm sick listening about it now. I'm being honest with you. Trump left a message post-election, win for New York City. It was a classic message. He's still the president. Yeah. Trump is part of the cabal. The all are. I see in leak slip the two boys involved in the iPass bullshit. One lives in a council house but drives a top-of-the-range Jeep. And the other one, all of you have to do is Google Pat the Barber, or now Pat the whatever. I don't know what he's saying. Hope to fake BBC go down, cover up Savile and put it on Jill Dallin. Yes, I agree. She was going to talk live on her show.
She was going to expose stuff, yeah.
She was, yeah. Daryl, grifters will expose themselves for what they are. Daryl, you're starting to do me head in, brother. Now, please, give it over, will you? You're talking bullshit. New York will become the adult knocking shop, and the new mayor wishes to decriminalise quickly. Wow.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Blessing sent the video. Right. Yeah. Right, I'm just going to play this BBC one, okay?
You played it already?
What you call it? No. This is going into detail. Exactly what's happening over there is happening here. And people can't see it's happening here, but this fella Christie explains it now, I'm telling you. I'll come back in now in a minute, and I'm going to get myself a cup of tea.
Game over for the BBC. Today, evidence emerged that will bring the state broadcaster to its knees, should see its Director General and Head of News sacked, and lead to a massive public apology to us all. A leaked dossier revealed the BBC pumped Hamas propaganda into our homes and around the world, and the powers that be ignored it, covered it up, and allowed it to continue. On BBC Arabic, they platformed Samer El-Zainan 244 times between November 2023 and April 2025. Now, he posted on social media, apparently, that Jews should be burnt like Hitler did. They platformed Ahmad Al-Ajar, who described Jews as, quotes, devils and Israelis as less than human. He was on 522 times during the same period. The BBC failed to mention that many Palestinian prisoners were actually guilty of terror crimes, including bombings and knife attacks. It gave unjustifiable weight to Hamas's claims about the death toll in Gaza. They did a report about a female sex slave being released from Gaza, then ran a 600-word statement from Hamas calling her a liar. It incorrectly claimed the International Court of Justice had ruled that genocide was taking place. Newsnight highlighted claims that thousands of babies were on the brink of starvation in Gaza, that it already knew to be false. And that is the key point there, that they already knew to be false claims. BBC Arabic is partly funded by our Foreign Office, so it's your money. The Foreign Office should withdraw funding and demand a refund right now. The BBC, through the independent production company it used, also stands accused of paying Hamas for this documentary that they had to take off air because the boy here just happens to be the son of a Hamas government minister.
Good morning. You all right? Have you ever wondered what you'd do if your world was destroyed?
Last night, it was revealed that BBC Panorama appeared to doctor a speech by President Trump to make it seem like he instigated riots.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and I'll be there with you, and we fight. We fight like hell. We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women.
But this is the worst bit. So this leaked report that is just coming to light now reveals how, having made such serious and misleading journalistic errors, BBC executives chose to hide them from the public rather than correct the record. In doing so, they appear to have deliberately chosen to mislead licence fee payers. And on that note, look what I received in the post today. There you go. So, if you don't want to pay for this extreme level of indoctrination, lies, deceit and propaganda, they threaten to send round the heavies for you. They will knock on your front door any time of the morning, afternoon or evening. If they find that you've been watching TV, they can interview you under caution, fine you £1,000 plus legal costs, criminalise you and then force you to pay for a licence fee. What was announced on Monday? Oh, they are expected to hike the price of the TV licence above 180 quid for the first time ever. Thank you, BBC. Taxpayers have to pay for the privilege of being indoctrinated by BBC bias. I mean, the leaked document is a huge scandal. Heads must roll, but it's just the latest in a long line of huge BBC scandals.
Very much so.
Do you think Mrs. Parker Bowles was a factor in the breakdown of your marriage?
Well, there were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded.
Martin Bashir's Princess Diana interview. Well, it turned out that Bashir used fake bank statements and deceitful behaviour to secure that Panorama interview. It was based on lies. They put a helicopter above Cliff Richard's house and did live coverage of a police raid. He was, of course, later acquitted of all allegations. They had to pay him £2 million. I mean, if they wanted to report on cases involving alleged sex criminals, well, frankly, they should just walk around their own office.
One note of caution, always be careful. It's important to check all the sources. They might not be giving you the full picture.
Hugh Edwards convicted of being in possession of the worst category of child porn. The country's most notorious paedophile, Jimmy Savile, stalked their corridors for decades.
It could be good. I hope it'll be good. Well, it will be. It'll be fantastic.
Well, there you go. That's just another paedophile at the BBC, isn't it? Rolf Harris. Any more? Oh, yeah. Stuart Hall in 2013, he pleaded guilty to 14 counts of indecent assault against 13 girls, some as young as 9 years old, with offences occurring between 1967 and 1985, during which time he was at the BBC. Some other issues they've had just in the last year. Gary Lineker, Bob Villan, he claimed that BBC staff praised him after his Glastonbury performance, which of course was just beamed out live to an audience of millions.
Death, death to the IDF! Death, death to the IDF! Death, death to the IDF! Death, death to the IDF!
There's people like Greg Wallace, aren't there? It's also just like the rampant left-wing bias, which they've had to apologise for.
He has said that this is now a matter of national security.
Nigel Farage with his customary inflammatory language there at a Reform UK press conference.
A little bit more left-wing bias.
Well, this is all very exciting, isn't it? Hello and welcome to our look ahead to what the papers will be bringing us tomorrow. Am I allowed to be this gleeful? Well, I am.
Yeah, that was the day Boris Johnson went, so there you go. And that's before we've spoken about them being accused of ageism and sexism for getting rid of older female presenters on shows like Countryfile and Strictly Come Dancing. The BBC is finished. It should just turn itself into a commercial channel. Stop demanding taxpayers for this cacophony of detritus and stick to doing what it does best. Programmes about trans people, shows about how the burqa is a good thing for women's rights and about how the Anglo-Saxons were actually all mixed race. It's game over.
So there you have it, and that's exactly what RTE and Virgin Media are doing with us. They big up the Palestinian stuff, they big up this, they big up that, the idea. Now, I've no interest in any of this Palestinian or Israel stuff. I don't talk about it at all. But the media are portraying this. Then you have Jimmy Savile, then you have Rolf Harris, then you have Hugh Edwards. These are all paedophiles. You know what I mean? All the receipts are there for these people. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, no, we
you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's happening here. It's listen, it's exactly what's going on here. GB News are no angels. I'm not saying they are, but at least they're reporting on it. And I'll tip my hat as well to Doogie. Doogie comes over here all the time, and he reports on this. I've spoke with Doogie before. I've done an interview with Doogie. He's a good guy. You know what I mean? And he comes over here. So does Ezra. Listen, anyone that comes here to report this for us to get it out to the rest of the world, I'll tip my hat to them. Fair play to them. You know what I mean? I really will. Hamas was created by Israel. Multiple Israel prime ministers have said so. Yeah, I know. Frankie, you need to learn in your history. Okay. Siobhan, thank you. Keep praying. Need SCOTUS to approve his tariffs hearing today, or we are done. Paddy, I know history, but obviously you don't. Yeah, lads, let's not get into a pissing match, will you? I'll give GB News some credit at least. Yeah, I'm the same, yeah.
Yeah.
I really
right,
do.
come here. One of our watchers is after sending over a YouTube clip there, breaking news about a migrant attacking a man with a knife.
Where?
I've just sent it over to you.
You sent it to me.
Yeah. And then the one above that, then in relation to a school tour, we need to highlight that as well. That came into me as well.
Yeah, I have that there. I'll put that on now in a minute. Let me get this one. Skip. Okay, now how long is this on for? Yeah, okay, we can go
It's
with
just
that.
it's just over 2 minutes.
I think this is the one outside Lidl's, is it not? Mine got the tax man with knife in Dublin. I think this is an old one. We've done this already, I think, but we'll play it just to no problem. But I'm sure it's the Lidl's one from a couple of months ago. But as I said, we'll play it.
Confrontation unfolded at a Dublin city centre supermarket on Friday afternoon when a member of the public subdued a man allegedly wielding a knife.
Sorry, sir. Just please stop recording. Yeah, sure, please.
So the person who sent it in is just after messaging me there, and he said that man was due back in court, never turned up, and a bench warrant issued.
When was that for? Today?
He doesn't say. I'm assuming so, probably today or yesterday.
Yeah. Bench warrant issued. Fair play.
Yeah, bench warrant because he didn't bother to show up. Yeah.
Someone's just saying that it's not. Is this something you want your children to witness, lads, ladies? This is happening 3 and 4 times a day in this city, around this country. It's happening all over the place. Like I remember 2 years ago when we started talking about different stuff about this. It happened once every 2 weeks. Then it was once every week. Then it was once every day. Now it's 3 and 4 times a day. It's just becoming the norm now. You know what I mean? And the media will not touch it. They won't touch it, but they'll touch the likes of Paul Nolan going out. Oh, he did a terrible thing. He videoed a migrant. So what? So what? He's in public. You're allowed video in public. End of story. So she's gone. Doesn't matter whether a month ago, remind people how dangerous people. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Kingdoms, are you backward? I haven't said anything to Paul. Paul will tell you that. Okay, I don't know what we're talking about here. Kingdoms.
Right, let's go on with the school tour.
I actually have that there. Yeah, let's do that.
Because a couple of people messaged me over this.
Yeah, let's share this. This is a school tour, people. You know.
So
what
the information over was this was sent out, and the pupils were told that they had to attend.
This is from. Do we know what school?
It should say it up the top or down the bottom.
I can't read it. You see, is it on the bottom there just before it?
No, I can't.
Stephanie Curtis, and anyway, no, sorry. Okay, dear parents, guardians, this was the 23rd of October 2025. I am writing to inform you of the 2 important and enriching activities planned for all second-year students in November: a religious education, RE excursion to places of worship, and a class retreat. The activities will take place on Monday, November 10th, and Tuesday, November the 11th. Please note that on each date, half of the students will be on the RE excursion and the other half will be on the retreat. So Monday retreat, 2B and 2G, De La Salle Retreat Centre, Dublin 10. School tracksuit, 9 to 3 p.m. Monday the 10th of November, 2M and 2T, Islamic Foundation of Ireland and Christchurch Cathedral. So they're mixing the both of them in to get, no, our kids don't need to be going to Islamic foundations or whatever.
Because would they be forced to go into a Catholic church? No, they wouldn't. So why should our Catholic students be forced to go into this? Now, whoever messaged me, I went back and I said, tell them to go into the principal and refuse, because that actually happened in a school in Kilkenny where they sent out a letter, I think it was last year, where they said that, they were going to be doing this trip and they had to go to the mosque. And my friend went in and, she sent an email in and she said, absolutely no way, she will not be going to no mosque. And the principal didn't open her mouth. So there you go. Yeah. You just need people to actually stand up and say no. Because I guarantee if it was the other way around, they wouldn't be forced to go into a Catholic church.
Christchurch Cathedral tour costs, there's a small charge of $4.50 per student to cover the entrance fee for the tour of Christchurch Cathedral and Crypt as part of religious excursion. Payment method, this payment is made via EasyLink. Action deadline, both the permission slip on the school app and the EasyLink payment are required by Wednesday, November 5th. So that was today. Now, I hope, now, lads, I'm being honest with you, all you lads from Ballier and you women from Ballier, you stop this. This has to be stopped. I'm being honest with you. Departure, all students depart from the school.
You need to stand up and say no. It's as simple as that. They can't force
Meals. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me, Stephanie Curtis, chaplain. So, no.
Or if they want to do 2 trips, that's fine. Send the Catholics to the retreat, and then if there is any Muslim students, they can go to the other one.
Put your foot down with these teachers. Yeah, you're right, Saoirse, yeah. Or Saoirse, yeah.
Yeah, it is Saoirse, yeah.
Yeah. Totally right. It'll be all over my dead body. Anyone takes my granddaughter into any bloody mosque. I agree with you, Siobhan. I agree with you. Now, my daughter's in 4th year now, so I'll have to be checking where she's going and what she's going on, because only Muslim men are allowed in their mosques, so they have no business trying to brainwash our kids. Yeah, I agree with you. The same church that was looted by, fuck's sake, yeah. Sure, my class tried making me go to a synagogue way back when I was in school. And I said, no reason to go to a synagogue when I'm a Catholic.
You're a Catholic, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It wasn't the synagogue Jesus was teaching him, was it? You're a bit old as well, hadn't you, Chris? Where is F in the mosque in Ballier? Yeah, where the fuck is the mosque in Ballier? Yeah, you don't know, do you? I'm almost finished my wine now. Paddy Pepsi, you'll be glad to know. Okay. Burgers Power, it's really easy. Say fucking no and get your children out of them filthy satanic indoctrination camps. Homeschool. Christ is King, Aaron Gabra. I agree with you, Ferg. I agree with you. Send the Muslims to Lochderg for 3 days. Jewish place of worship, Paul. And no, I'm only 33. Oh, 33, that number again. Stop with that 33 number. We'll all be giving her all that now.
Here we go again. Here he is with the symbols. Nothing to see here at all. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see.
Got a couple of them, Paul.
Bring on your man, Frog, a bit more. My pal knows him and he says he's a right character and very honest. He is, yeah, he is. Yeah, he is very honest. The Frogmeister he's a good guy. I like the Frogmeister.
Oh, Uncle Froggy.
Yeah. New school books that were issued this year are indoctrinating kids too. Parents need to check school books. Yeah,
because they're not sending them home. They're keeping them in the school.
Laughing my fucking ass off, Dennis. Brilliant idea. 30 years ago, if not more, Jehovah's Witnesses were allowed opt-out to not attend Christmas events. Now, I found out yesterday as well that they have one of the schools in Dooneycarney have stopped the Christmas nativity this year. And the reason being they're going to do something in the summer, something more inclusive in the summer.
Oh, there you go now. And what's the parents doing about that?
Well, I know one or two of the parents that have sent emails off and given out about it the whole lot, but they came back with it. Yeah.
Because there probably wasn't enough given out. That's why.
Did you see the video of the migrant mother who took her child back to her home country because of the gender baloney being taught in her child's school in Ireland? No, I didn't see it.
No, I didn't see that. Didn't hear about it.
Homeschool your kids. Yes, Jerome. Really? How are you, Jerome? New mosque just opened in Ballier. Are you serious? Jesus Christ, they're opening everywhere. As I said, lads, these people are here to take over. I'm being honest with you. And how many churches are being burned and desecrated in this country? You know what I mean? And I'm going to be honest, nobody's going to mass anymore. There's only a handful of people going to mass now. You know what I mean? You need to be going back to mass. And listen, I'm by no means a holy Joe. You know what I mean? But you need to go back to mass. You know what I mean? And go in and say your prayers and do what you have to do, because the priests are saying, well, we don't need all the churches now because people aren't going to mass. Go back to mass, people. My friend's child's school on Tuesday, the whole school had to pass around a pride flag and stand while it was raised to a song. I'm going to be honest, I'd tell my daughter, you walk out and shit like that happens, and if they have a problem with it, they ring me. End of story. Inclusive, expect Greece is the word. Yeah, tea and toast for 3 days, yeah. Donny Carney, do your own Christmas event. Yeah, do your own Christmas event. Yeah, you're right. Nothing but love for all the people in the chat. Fair play to you, Paddy. But I remember years ago when I was in school, we used to do the Corpus Christi, go around. We used to walk around the whole of Dooneycarney, like, because I was in that school. You'd have the Eucharist and the body of Christ, and there'd be hundreds of people behind it.
Yeah.
Now they don't do them anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have taken over. Wake the fuck up. Yeah, I agree. The new Stone Mount development in Ballyfermot is huge. Yeah. I went back to mass last week. I felt like melting. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna go up to John Connor's thing next Monday night. It's in Darndale, so I'm gonna go up and have a look at that, and I'll probably report on that then while I'm there. But yeah, I'll give it a shot.
What thing's on with John Connors?
John Connors does a novena, a rosary on a Monday night in Darndale Church.
Right.
He started last week, and I heard it was very good. I heard a lot of people turned up. So yeah, I'll go on Monday and have a look myself. We need to get our faith back, yeah. Love from Donegal, Paul and Nora, yeah. They have just opened a survey asking parents what types of schools they wanted, religion, etc. We all know that this is to get Catholicism out. Yes, I agree with you. Not a new mosque, thanks. That's not good. The mosques have to go 100%. In 10 years, there's 4 mosques in 5-minute trip for me now. Wow, my God. No bollocks, we need a crusade. Yes. And I was listening to the Knights Templar, your man today. What's his name? I don't know what his name is, but I'm supposed to be a loyalist and all this shit. But I was just listening to him today on the live. He speaks a lot of sense, to be honest with you. The government want a godless society, easier to control. Yes. And if everyone's Muslim, that's even better again. I love Christmas for the community coming together and the cheese and wine plus mince pies. Oh, yeah. I get you there, man. I love it. Why aren't parents speaking out? They need to protect their children. I agree.
Well, more needs to stand up, and that's what the problem is. There's not enough standing up.
And this is exactly what you said. You wouldn't see Muslim kids going to church.
No, they wouldn't be forced into doing it.
Yeah, Kevin Coyle, I'm going to try that. I'm trying to go to that myself, Paul. Give me a shout. I will, yeah. No problem. I'm going to head up Monday evening.
And you're right there, Barry. Barry's comment there. Like, why is not more priests speaking out about what's going on? Churches have been destroyed all over Europe. You know, did anyone find out about that church in Ballyfermot? Why did it go on fire?
I think that was an old one. Someone texted me and said it was an old one, so I don't know.
Right, so there was nothing nefarious going on?
Not that I know of.
Okay, right, okay.
Not that I know of.
Okay, right.
Right, have I another video?
I've loads of videos.
I know you have. I have them all downloaded here. I'm here bleeding since 6 o'clock downloading them. You know, like... We've done that one. I have to delete them as we do them, you know.
Yeah. Well, some of them are only short anyway. We've got the one with the plane, the one with the car's been set on fire. Only came across that this evening.
Which one?
Antifa. It starts off with yet another far right terror attack.
Is it a video?
Yeah, it's 13 seconds. There, look.
I'm not seeing that. Wednesday show. Go down.
This is only from tonight's, this evening, so it wouldn't be that far up.
Oh, I see it here now. Yeah. Hang on.
Yeah, I just happened to see it next when I was looking for something else.
Okay, well, let me play this and we'll see. Where is this?
Germany.
Jesus Christ.
This is Antifa committed an arson attack against a car belonging to the politician for the AfD in Germany.
Wow.
It's not just one car.
I'm looking at it here.
Look at that. You're muted.
Probably just as well. I just had a ring down up there, so with my cup of tea.
It's like you're on it like on a picnic or something. Yeah.
I remember the Milestone pub ball Brigham Paul. Yeah, how do I don't know? Do I know you, Martin? Yeah, I used to be out there. Yeah, you're dead right. In from Fallard Sea Winds. Yeah, my late grandfather James, they called him Harry, was from Belfast. My uncle's name is Harry. What's this? I'll tell you, Paul, I love this channel and chat more than words say. The Irish lost so across the pond. Yeah, we have a lot of people that do come in from. The Pope actually did speak out about Islam invading countries. Yeah, but I think it was just a history lesson he gave, didn't he? He didn't.
Somebody just asked a question about the mosques. There are approximately 50 mosques and prayer centres in Ireland. There you go.
Please dress up for Christmas Eve, Paul and Orla. Are we on? Will we be on Christmas Eve? Hold on there now. Let's just see. Will we be on?
What day is Christmas Eve? No, we'll not be on Christmas Eve.
We will. The 24th.
No.
I'll be on.
You can be on.
I'll be on. Yeah, I'll dress.
I'll send
up,
you over
yeah.
stuff. You'll be fine.
What will I dress up as? Oh, a little elf.
woman.
No, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. The church is finished. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Guys, Mass is amazing for the mind, body, and spirit. And also, it's vital we show our kids that having faith is a positive thing. I agree with you, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll actually be outside of church on Sunday. I'm doing a church gate collection for Laois SPCA, so I'll be out there shaking a
You
bucket.
need to be inside the church saying prayers.
I'll be outside. I'll say my prayers outside while I'm shaking a bucket, looking for money.
Yeah. Go on, you unbelievable thought. Get that. Yeah, it wasn't. Pope is a commie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the new American one? I'm a loyalist to my people, not my government, and I'm certainly no royalist monarchist. Yeah. I'm the same. Did you also hear that the government are doing a housing development for migrants in Rathcoole or Saggart Village as well, 5 minutes from City West Hotel? One of the girls I know was saying that last night. Did that fella not do a video on it about 3 months ago in the Digger? Is that the one where it connects? It connects actually from City West over into these new apartments. About a minute or two up the road, just via a laneway he put in the road. Yeah, you must be able to believe that we are gods. We must be able to believe we are gods. Because Roman Catholic priests think should love all the Muslim extremists, want to kill anyone not Muslim. Yeah, well, we seen it in Knock, didn't we? Down in Knock, the priests going, "Oh, you need to welcome in everybody, no matter who they are or where they're from. If they're going to cut your bleeding throat, Father Jack, you don't welcome them in." End of story. Christians need to get out for their faith. You're either Christian or not. I agree, yeah. Oh, there's loads of these here. You people fall under the umbrella of my people, so there. Good man. Yeah. Jeez, we're flying, lads, up there now. What were you up to there now? We're up to.
Right. Do you want to play? We may start on this stuff to do with this climate change nonsense.
Oh, which one is the climate change?
So we have if you want to start on the one with the plane.
Oh, this.
Yeah, so they've got the one with the plane.
What's the best way
it just
to get
says, you know what it looks like, don't you?
Yeah, okay. Let me just. Kira rang me there a minute ago. Let me just share this now. Climate change, and then are we going on to vaccines? Is it?
No. There's a couple of things on climate change, or in relation to that stuff that we need to highlight first.
Okay, let's go.
What is the best way to get to a climate change conference? A private jet can save you hours of waiting in line and traveling at substandard airline speeds. There is nothing more relaxing than being the only person on the entire plane. So you can arrive rested and ready to explain to the little people how their minivans and gas stoves are ruining the earth.
So if you want to go up to a Facebook post under my name, I just pointed out a few little facts. Wouldn't be like me to be sarcastic. And you're muted.
Is this the Brazilian fella? The meeting in Brazil?
Yes,
is this
yes,
the COP
yes,
20
yes.
bleeding, whatever? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just share that now. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom.
The upcoming COP30 meeting in Brazil with concrete plans to slash their own emissions over the next decade, while also delivering climate justice to those on the front lines of a crisis they did little to cause. Just look at Jamaica. The clean energy revolution means it is possible to cut emissions while growing economies. But developing countries still lack the finance and technologies needed to support their transitions. In Brazil, countries must agree on a credible plan to mobilize $1.6 trillion annually in climate finance by 2035 for developing countries. And developed countries must honor their commitments to double finance for adaptation to at least $40 billion this year. And the Loss and Damage Fund needs to be capitalized with significant contributions. To arrive at the upcoming...
Now, I need you to go in and just read.
Yes. Okay, let me just double check this. The meeting is in Brazil, which I'm sure you will be all flying over in your own private jets. No Ryanair flights available, I'm assuming. So Brazil, that's not where all the rainforests that provide us with the oxygen are being destroyed. And finally, this will mean what? For the people, oh yes, more bullcrap fed to us on climate change while you crucify us with more taxes. It's true. P.S. Aren't the majority of the fruit and vegetables in the supermarkets wrapped in plastic? Yes, they are. Think I have all the information I need here. The UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres demands governments arriving in the UN's upcoming COP30 summit must have concrete plans to slash their own emissions over the next decade. Countries must agree on a credible plan to mobilise 1.3 trillion annually in climate finance by 2035 for developing countries. Does anybody remember electing this clown? Nope, me neither.
There you go. So you're just making the points. You know, they're flying over on their own private jets. As I said, I'm assuming there's no Ryanair flights. All the vegetables and fruit are wrapped in plastics. You know, and then everything's going to be, this is all going to be more taxes and more taxes because this is all utter nonsense.
And all this while China builds another coal-powered electricity plant.
Several of them. And then what about all the data centers that are causing, like, taking huge amount of energy to, you know, huge amount of electricity and all that as well. What about them? Like, do you know, it's just, how are people this silly that they cannot see the hypocrisy of it all? You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, they're going over to Brazil to talk about climate change and they're destroying the rainforest. Like, for the love of God.
You couldn't write this shit. Like, you know what I mean?
You couldn't.
But,
and then on the same note, I think this is the last bit to do with, we'll actually have another sarcastic bit on it. But this is horrific now. What's going on with the cattle over in Denmark? So I'm calling that out as well.
I have that video there.
Yeah, this is horrendous.
Yeah. Is this the law? Yeah, this is a couple of minutes long, so yeah, we'll go with this.
And me and my husband, Jan, we have a farm in the northern of Denmark. We come from originally from Holland and we moved here 4.5 years back. And I would like to tell you a little bit about the law in Denmark about feeding Bovaer to our cows. It's the law since this year that we have to feed 80 days of Bovaer to our cows. It's a rule, and if you don't do it, it's just like you can go to the prison or you get like a big fine, a really big fine. So most all farmers just do it. What happened is that we started on the 1st of October. Most of the farmers do it in Denmark. It's because it's a little bit in the end of the year. It's not warm, so no heat stress and everything. So we hope for the less problems. But we started in the beginning of October with low doses, and we raised it up till the full doses around 20 of October, a little before. And on the 30th of October, we really got problems. It started with on that day we have robots, so we have a health list on the computer, and on that day we had, like, in one group we have 4 groups of cows in our stable. We have one group with 36 sick cows. We milk on daily basis around 480 cows, so 36 cows in one group, that's not really a positive thing. First we thought perhaps it could be something with the ration in the robot or something with the robot, but we couldn't find anything. And the end of the day, it started also in 2 other groups. So at that point, we thought, like, the cows were really just stopping with eating. And at that point, we really thought it's Bovaer. We heard already earlier some problems about other farmers, and the signals were really the same. So we were almost, convinced that it was a problem with Bovaer we had at that point. So in the end of the evening, my husband and I decided we'll stop with feeding Bovaer, because we cannot keep this. If this will continue, all animals get sick. On Friday morning, we had like 70 cows on our health list. And on Saturday morning, it was almost 90. And we already stopped since Friday morning. So you can understand the problems were still rising. On Friday morning, we had the first cow down. So they went to the sick box. On Saturday morning, we had in the morning, we had 2 more cows down. On the afternoon, 1 more. On Sunday, we had also 1 cow down. And we are now standing on Monday at the last cow, just recently, just pulled out in half an hour ago, out of the stable. She can also not stand anymore. All have a lack of calcium, the ones who are laying down and just not eating. They just simply stop with eating. And we have a special powder, which we gave the whole weekend to all the cows who stopped eating. And we're pumping with them, with it. And, together with some vitamins, we try to rise, get them up with eating again. With most of the cows, that's working. So it is, some treatment for us, which is working. And we hope that it will really, stop right now, soon, with all the health problems, that it will go a little bit better, because we lost 5 kilos of milk per cow. So for us, it's like 3,000 kilos of milk daily. That's a lot of milk. And we really don't want to feed it anymore. It's just poison for our cows. They get sick from it. And this is not why we are a farmer. We are a farmer to, of course, produce milk, but also to have a good stable with healthy cows. And in this way, we cannot keep that up. And we expect, because a lot of farmers, a lot of countries are also busy with introducing Bovaer to in their country to feed by law to the farmers, by the farmers to the cows. And I would like to say to you guys, go against it, because if you want to keep on.
Wow.
So, like, this is extremely serious. Like, the cattle are becoming sick within a short period of time, right? And some of them are dying, right? That is more than likely going into the milk. It's probably going into the meat as well. And then that's going to be fed for human consumption. This is absolutely horrendous. So it is. And there's several farmers speaking out about it. I've just sent you on a screenshot there. Can you put it up? I've just literally sent it over. This Bovaer is poison. Actual poison.
I can put it up anytime, all right? No problem. Let's have a bow peep at this. There we are there. Bovaer. GHS hazard statements. H302, harmful if swallowed. Warning, acute toxicity oral. H315, causes skin irritation. Warning, skin corrosion irritation. H361, suspected of damaging fertility or the unborn child. Warning, reproductive toxicity. Wow.
Like, there you go. And they're feeding this to the cattle.
Yeah.
That's going into human production.
Jesus.
Like, if people cannot wake up to what is going on, and guess who's behind it? Bill Gates, the WHO. That says it all.
And the WEF, they're all behind it. The WHO are pushing this everywhere, you know?
Well, again, like everything else, the farmers need to turn around and say, no.
Yeah.
Now, seemingly that milk is in Tesco and it's in Aldi. I don't think it's in Ireland, as far as I know. I don't think so.
It is,
I'm not 100%
it is,
sure. I did look it up, but I couldn't see it. But I think it's in like the UK and all that.
It's here as well. Yeah.
It's
Bovaer is
definitely
in the milk
it's
in
in
Ireland
Tesco and
UK.
Aldi milk.
Someone saying Orla is not mad, Fiona. I don't know why they're saying that. She is a bit mad. Why have they got bloody
he
robots?
could be mad as in angry. Well, it will be when it comes to animals.
What is the stuff they have to feed them? That's the stuff shit they've been talking about there.
Yeah, it's probably added to their feed.
Dutch government plans to close 4,000 farms to quell carbon emissions to comply with EU climate goals, despite them being the second biggest global exporter of agricultural products. Yeah.
But it's all
Bovaer is
nonsense.
already trialled.
Like, it's just absolute nonsense. They're feeding the cattle, like, as I said, poison.
What is Bovaer?
It's to stop the cattle from releasing methane gas, which is nonsense.
Farting. To stop them farting.
That's what it's stopping, yeah.
Lads, come on. Like, if cow farts, if you're worried about cow farts, like, there's no hope for you now at this stage. Like, if it seriously,
But
like,
this is coming from the idiots flying around on their private jets, dictating all this nonsense.
Don't say those cows being killed. Yeah, but
They are. Some of them are
being
dying,
killed.
yes.
Yeah. A farmer using her mind won't find many of those in Ireland. Yes. If the cattle getting sick, imagine the people getting sick. Yes, exactly. This is in the milk.
The wickedness is behind this. Yeah, 100%.
Fluoride free. The atmospheric methane level is around 0.00019%. So that's like, okay, so that's like a flea on the arse of a fly on the arse of a cow.
Yeah.
That's what that is. It's insignificant. It's
Cattle
nothing.
are around millions of years, however long they're around.
Yes,
They don't do any
yes.
harm. Look, when they produce waste that goes into the land, it's fertilizer. Like, it's
Yes, that's why they
just,
have it.
how are people falling for this utter nonsense?
But they are. It's because of all the NGOs and everything else. They're pushing this shit.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest with you, they're all captured. Every one of them. All of the unions. Years ago, you had SIP2 and all of these unions that were all right. They used to help the workers. Now they just do what they're told to push this climate agenda and this carbon neutral shit. It's just utter bollocks. I'm being honest with you, lads. It's time to wake up and smell the coffee.
It is. It is.
Is it Avamore from Bowmouse, those cattle? I don't know. I drink Avamore, so I hope to believe.
I don't think so. I think, as far as I know, it's Tesco milk and Aldi. But I did look it up in Ireland, and it said it wasn't in Ireland. So, but I'm not 100% sure.
Gadsden, 1776. As a retired dairy farmer, stop fucking around with the cows. Stop fucking around with everything.
Animals alone.
Leave everything alone. There's nothing wrong with the planet. The planet is grand.
Yeah.
Listen,
it's them,
I'm 56.
it's them
I'm 56 years of age. I've gone through 5 of these bullshit hoaxes. We had the ice age was coming up. You're all going to be bleeding iced over minus 20 degree. Then we had the ozone layer. Then we climate change. Then we had heating the planet. And it's all bullshit.
Yeah, we know.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Of course, it's poison. Fionnuala on Murricue. Exactly what's insanity? Culling cows whilst importing beef from different countries. Yeah, from
You
Brazil.
see, they want to get rid of the cattle. This is what the thing is. So that Bill Gates can bring us in eating insects. That's what that's all about.
Yeah. You will eat the insects and be happy.
Yeah.
That was clever. That
Well,
was
you don't
my
own
Klaus
anything.
Schwab. Don't listen to the bollocks they tell you. The chemicals are transferred.
Yeah,
yes.
of course they're going to go into the milk. Of course they are.
Never thought I'd want to become a vegetarian. But it's the vegetables as well, El Krogan. It's the vegetables as well.
Will you actually, will you play that video which is labelled Irish fruit?
Yes, I will, Orla. I'll do that.
Because again, here's another issue that's going on. And again, look what he's picking. Look what they're all wrapped in.
They're wrapped in plastic and wax and shit.
Yeah, and poison and everything on them.
Most of the time, if I buy stuff out of Lidl's or Aldi's, the red apples and that, I'll pour boiling water on them. And you know what I mean? I'll leave them for a few minutes then. That takes all that shit off them. We'll go with this.
So there's been quite a bit of talk recently about the origin of apples on supermarket shelves. And I'm just here and I've just been checking out the origin of the apples here in Lidl. We've got these Pink Lady apples and they're from South Africa. We have Royal Gala apples from Italy. We have more apples from Italy. Golden Delicious, wouldn't be too into those now myself, all from Italy. Granny Smith's from Italy, even organic apples all from Italy. And just at the minute we have got the most amazing Irish organic apples from Richard Galvin in County Waterford. So there is not one Irish apple supplier represented on the shelves here today. So I think supermarkets can do a lot better. Not only that, everything apart from the organic ones and the Pink Ladies are covered in plastic. Plastic everywhere. So do you think we can do better? Do you think supermarkets can do better? I definitely think so. As always, thank you for your support.
Galway, and he runs a company that does organic fruit and vegetables, and it's called Green Earth Organics. You'll find them on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and they do delivery to your door of organic fruit. But I mean, imagine going in there and there's not one brand of Irish apples. They're all foreign apples, which are being imported in. Is that not climate change for them to be brought in like that? And they're all wrapped in plastic.
Yeah, I'm really personal. You have the right. Yeah, don't humans fart? Dogs, cats, foxes, lions, everything farts. Everything. You know what I mean? Did you see that fly flying by? Did you see that?
He probably did it as well. Put him on the boat there.
I was like your man Conway, you know that senator fella. You know him. I was looking around at the fly.
But like this is it. Like I mean, if you go into a supermarket and you see something like that, make a complaint to the manager and say, why is there no Irish fruit here?
Acid rain, yes.
Yes, Jar, you're right.
Politicians talk shit.
And they do talk an awful lot of SHIT.
Yeah. We have to leave the EU. Yes, we do. That would be the first thing I do if I ever got into politics, to put in for that. It's in Ireland. It's in all milk except organic milk. Okay, well, I'm going to stop.
This is where we really need to go back to shopping locally, supporting local producers, buying Irish.
I didn't see it a couple of weeks ago.
We didn't play it on this
on Instagram.
It's only a new video.
Yeah. Jesus, we've loads of these things here. Honestly, folks, if you have a neighbour with chickens giving away eggs, grab them. Shop close to home. Yeah. I have a friend who gets them all the time off the same girl, and I think it's 6 eggs. I think for £3. But these are whoppers. These are good eggs. You know. Mini apples, give a nice amount every year. And
when you're buying eggs as well, you should try and buy as many like free range as possible. Make sure they're free range.
Yeah, when you have a newborn baby, the baby passing wind is a healthy sign, no blockages.
Exactly,
especially if you give them a bottle and you bang the bleeding back, they go, it's either coming out of there or it's coming out of the
That's what you want, otherwise they end up a colic.
Yeah, I've had my fair share of that. Vincent Brown, fair play to you, Vincent. Irexa. We need to get out of it. Yeah. Bovar was passed safe for organic products.
See, Christine, more lies.
Peter Griffin doesn't fart. You know the song Peter Griffin, I can't poop in strange places.
No.
Did you ever hear that song? No, it's a good one, yeah. It is. I'll get it on the show all night. Right, enough of the fart. What did he say?
The fly The fly was going back. The fly was going by Paul, going, you know, get the next video up.
Yeah. Wait till it goes by and I get the smack in my head. Yep. As it goes by. Yeah. You heard that joke? Did you hear that joke? No, you didn't hear that joke about the fly.
What joke?
It's a joke. A fella goes walking. You know, he's walking along with his mate. You know what I mean? The fly goes by and he goes, you know what I mean, and cuts the fly in half. You know. His mate said, "Holy Jesus, that's brilliant." He said, "Do that again." So the fly went by. Another fly went by, and he was like, real quick, and he cut it in half. You know what I mean? He said, "Jesus, that's brilliant." He said, "Jesus, you want to see me granddad? My granddad's gifted at it." So he went back to the house and the granddad's there, you know what I mean? And next thing fly, he said, "Show him, granddad, show him. Fly flies by and the granddad goes, fly still flying. The man says, "He's bleeding brutal." He said, "He's brutal at that." He said, "Wait till he wants to have a piss." That's how good the granddad was. Yeah. Did you hear about
you don't give up your day job.
Did you hear about the turkey farm that apparently has bird flu? I think it's down south.
They'll start that, because then they'll want to kill all the turkeys. Yeah.
Yeah. We know.
And kill all the
we'll all be.
Yeah.
What do the muzzies eat? We'll have to go to Lidl's, and I seen your man. Now I don't like your man Garrett Newman. I think he's a prick. I'm being honest with you, right? Honestly, but he came out with a good one yesterday. I have to say about a turkey for 165 quid that feeds 6 people, and you had to book it online to get a slot. 100. I think it was Marks and Spencer's. 165 bleeding quid for a turkey. Is it a golden turkey like? Great show tonight. I've enjoyed tonight so much. Yeah, cheers, mate. Talk to you later. I can't stop farting now.
We've started a trend now, I swear to God.
Quit your farting, Dennis. Quit your farting, Dennis. I'll have to be whipped into the road. Okay. Will we move on to...
Well, we have digital currency.
Yeah.
There's one there in digital currency. And then I've sent you over a couple of things in relation to the shots as well.
Yeah, I know I have these here. So we'll go with digital currency first. Okay, let's go with that.
I would say the biggest question from central banks is, what is the role of tokenization and digitization? How quickly should they think about digitizing their own currency? What does that mean for the role of the dollar? If every currency digitizes and we have what does that mean for bank payments? What does that mean for the payment companies like MasterCard and Visa? All these are being questioned right now. I think we spend so much time talking about AI. We're not spending enough time talking about how quickly we're going to tokenize every financial asset and the opportunity we're going to have a digital wallet and moving ETFs and other things through a digital wallet. And I think that's going to happen worldwide very rapidly. And I think most countries are ill-prepared for that and underappreciate how technology is changing that, not unlike how technology is changing AI and other things. It will be changing the technology around the plumbing of finance.
Wow.
I'm just going to send this to you. Mark just sent it over. Just a screenshot. Oh, do you know what I meant to do? I was like this. How many Arabs could you spot in that video?
Yeah. Is this Gaz News? Is it Walkinstown Green here?
No, it's only a screenshot. I just sent it to you there. It's
well,
that gobshite Jack.
As well. Oh, that little fucking gamer does my head in. The only reason he came out as being gay was to get bleeding the gay vote last year. You know what I mean? Look at him, he's a clown. Oh, he just gets on my tits. Here he is. Government aiming for a digital wallet of life milestones to be available by 2030. Now, make no mistake, 2030 is a date. 2030 is a date you put in your diary, lads, because this is when everything changes. This is the climate goals and the 17 different things.
2030 is when everything is to be in place.
Yes, I know that.
Lead up to it now.
Yeah. Government aiming for digital wallets by 2030. No, Jack, I don't think so. Cash is king.
You can shove that where the sun doesn't shine.
You can shove that right up your. Yeah. I want to play this now. No, we'll do that now in a minute. We've done the law in Denmark. Yeah, that's gone.
There's a few things there now just in relation to the shots if you want to just do them.
Right. Why have I got a video here and Sophia? Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of these that are, what you call it? I have them.
Yeah, some of them I don't get to download. It's a pain in the hole when you can't download on X, because then you have to start screen recording and being quiet.
I can download all the X stuff. I have the software here to do everything. I can.
You see, sometimes you can. Some of the videos aren't.
No. I can do it even when you can't. I have the software there to do it.
Yeah.
I know.
I know.
That's
Because imagine, Paul, like if I have to download something that's 2 or 3 minutes and I have to stay quiet for that amount of time.
Yeah, I'll just share this again because it takes time to be doing this, like, you know what I mean? And it costs a few quid for the software. So I'll put that back up there again there just for people if they want to.
Do you know, I'm just laughing. People can start thinking I'm a raging alcoholic when it's like, buy Paul a coffee.
Paul, will you put up Anthony's video he did today? Yes, I thought it was very good, but it's very long. But I will, yes, I will put it up, and I'm gonna go and get myself another cup of tea. But it's a bit long, but it's well worth a listen, I have to say. I'll play it in the next few minutes. No problem. UN, World Economic Forum, Fergus Power.
Scammers, yes.
Hold on a minute. I just had to turn off the mic there. You'll never guess what I just did.
I'm sending you over some Bover. Leave the poor cattle. I'm going to just send it over to you.
It's comical, the evil we are up against, treachery and tyranny. Yeah, I agree. No, Paul, you won't. No, Paul, you won't put it up. You'll get it up. I tell you, no problem getting it up, lads. I don't know what you're going on about here. You know what I mean? I have no bleeding problem. You know what I mean?
Well, I wouldn't know.
No, I know. Yeah, I didn't say you'd know. But there's the stripe as well there. I'll put that in the comments as well.
What?
If the people want to. I'll put the stripe in the comments there.
Yes.
Want to buy us a coffee. So I'll put that in there as well. Fair play to everyone who has. We've got 1 or 2 in this evening already. Fair play to everyone. But as I said, we need to get the few quid in for this software. All these different things you have to pay for every month. You know what I mean? And yeah, sure, all the turkeys now are injected for Christmas. Yeah, it's true. They're all injected.
Yeah.
Stand up and have a punch up. Yeah. Kingdoms. Kingdoms. Don't forget Mary Lou McDonald got behind her. They ran no one. Said she was a game changer. Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, let me just stop sharing that. And let me. Okay, all right. These are all done on.
Most of them are on X, yeah. And then I think there's 2 screenshots from Ashley and Lachlan.
Yeah, I'll get them in a minute. Okay, was Del Bigtree one of yours? No?
No. I don't think so. No, I didn't send over Del, no.
Did you?
No, I think somebody else sent it over. Now, maybe he's in. Would he be in? Oh, I'll know it when I see it if it's one of mine.
It's all right. I'm going to go back through this here now just to have a look on it.
I send so much over, Paul. I can't
possibly
remember everything.
Denmark. You sent me over Wide Awake Media. That's that chap, the epidemiologist, Nicholas Hirsch.
Yes, him, yeah. And then there's another one for Wide Awake. Is there another one for Wide Awake Media?
Wide Awake Media. We have this one here. Is this for how the climate change activists? No, we don't want that now. That's gone.
No, don't worry about that one. That's fine. No, go with the one that's the epidemiologist. And then there's John O'Looney as well.
I have that there. I'll play that in a minute. So let's go with this.
Yeah.
For 30 years, infant mortality was declining, right? For 30 years before 2021, steady curve. You'll see it on CDC data. In 2021, shortly after the mass uptake of mRNA shots in childbearing age women, we see a statistically significant inflection point. What that means is all of a sudden, right, the graph's going down, and then the inflection point right after the shots, boom, it shoots right up, and it hasn't gone down since, right? So what's happening is now infants, babies ages 0 to 4, are dying in 77% excess, even in 2025. So 77% more babies are dying than normal. We're far past mass mRNA injection campaigns. So what appears to be happening is there's possibly this genomic integration of this genetic material from the shots, possibly transferring to offspring. So this is not looking good. This is the first signal that appears to be detected. And so now this is something we really have to dig into and look and see the full scale of these transgenerational harms.
Thanks so much, guys.
He does sound like, thanks very much, guys. Yeah, he does sound like Kermit the Frog, but he is a fountain of knowledge, that guy, I have to say.
Oh, yeah, he's very good, yes.
Very good. And then we have John O'Looney.
John O'Looney, yeah.
That's the Bovar. He's talking about the Bovar as well.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. So let's not do that.
Right, let's see.
Okay.
Then there's the 2 screenshots of Aisling.
Aisling O'Loughlin.
Oh, yes, yeah, no, we've covered that. That's grand. That must be from the other day.
What is it?
No, the John O'Looney thing is the same thing, yeah.
Yeah, the Bovar, yeah. Okay, let's go with Aisling O'Loughlin. This is...
There's 2 screenshots.
This is Midazolam. Extra Midazolam for April 2020 to get the COVID show on the road and scare people into a dangerous medical trial under false pretenses. April 2020. Look, there you go.
Yeah.
Now, I had someone I know die up there. We have the Midazolam receipts from April 2020. We know our elderly were put on end-of-life protocols. The death cert stamped with COVID-19. Luke O'Neill knows this too. Yeah. Anthony's video was spot on. I can't believe that moron said that carers were on benefits. People need to realise that carers saved the government millions and do not get the proper recognition for it. Yeah, I agree with you. He's a very clever young man, that fella. He is, yeah. That guy is, he's brilliant. But there you go.
Good. Yeah.
The Midazolam. Now, I remember back in I think it was 20 or 2021. Well, no, it was during COVID. The fella I know from the area got, he wasn't well, his breathing wasn't great, and he brought him straight in and put him on. He was only a young man, he was only late 30s, maybe early 40s, 30s, I'd say. And he put him straight on the Midazolam. And he was gone within 3 days, like, young man, like, you know what I mean? And
I know.
I asked a friend of mine, another friend of mine who was his pal, like, you know what I mean? And hang on just for a minute. You talk there for a minute, or I just have to answer the door.
And actually, remember on Thursday, if anyone is around Listowel in Kerry, Luke O'Neill is coming at 7 o'clock to, I can't remember the name of the place, but he's coming for one of his book tours. So there's going to be a protest outside. If anyone wants to go down and say hello to him in a very nice way now. You know?
Yes, Luke O'Neill needs to be called out. Yeah, needs to be called out big time. Yeah. Okay, and then
there's another video there we didn't get. It's just on the hate speech.
Yeah, we play that in a minute. I just want to play this Del Big Tree talking.
Oh yes, no, I didn't send that on to you then.
About autism. No, Paul is getting a Deliveroo.
Yeah, he is.
Puke O'Neill. Shame on you, Paul. Okay. No, I didn't, honestly. I got the dinner this evening, my favourite. You know, homemade burgers, onions, gravy, and potatoes. Oh, man, that's my favourite. Well, it's not. Sausage, beans, and potatoes are my favourite. Or eggs, beans, and chips. You know what I mean? Oh. Yeah. Wonder if Wake Up Area will be in Listowel. I'd say so. Defo up there, Ali, to be there. I haven't actually spoke to Barry.
I don't know. I don't know if any of the guys are on from Listowel tonight now, but as I said, I can't remember the name of the place. It's at 7 o'clock anyway. But Listowel's not that big. It'll be easy to find them anyway. Be outside with the Irish flags.
This video is about childhood autism, okay? From the vaccines. Now, I'll let you... This guy is just brilliant.
Oh, he is. He's fantastic.
The story of Richie, Robbie, and Claire puts an end to any discussion that autism is only caused by genetics. There is no genetic explanation that would turn 3 brothers and sisters off on the exact same day.
When their parents came in and said, hey, my kid is suffering with this condition, has this issue, doctors listened to them. But when parents started coming in and saying, my kid went in and got a vaccine and then started having X issue, That's when doctors stopped listening.
Triplets, 2 boys and a girl, Richie, Robbie, and Claire. Every day in our life was a party. Every single day they were smiling and laughing and looking at each other, engaging in each other. On June 25th, 2007, we brought them in for the pneumococcal shot. My daughter still has the mark on her leg from the shot. She was the first one to get it, and she screamed and never really stopped screaming after that. We didn't know. We did the boys as well. By noon, Claire shut completely off. It was as if she was blind and deaf, and all she did at that moment was stare at the ceiling fan. We had the shot at 10 a.m. 2 o'clock. We watched Richie shut off. They lost all their reflexes. I'm an educational audiologist. They stopped blinking, stopped yawning, stopped coughing, stopped sneezing.
The worst is when we saw the final one shut down. We were told it was genetic, and then we were told by geneticists that there's no possible way 3 children would shut off on the same day. So we had severe autism spectrum disorder for all 3 kids entering kindergarten. We have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to recover them. The only person that we got back is Robbie, the one that was last to shut off. Richie can only say single, maybe 2 words together. Claire is still completely nonverbal, not potty trained, and Robbie is approaching grade level, but severe OCD.
I'm snapping at her, she's snapping at me. We're both snapping at the kid, who is the only innocent party in the whole scenario. And the one thing that's conspicuously absent from that scenario is anybody who told you that shot was safe. They're all asleep in their bed. They haven't got a problem in the world.
I have you muted. I have myself muted as well, because we could hear your phone, by the way. Go on, what did you say?
I was in looking for it. I've just sent you on the ingredients of the shots. I know we can just put it up again, just to show.
Yes, let me have this now, Orla. Jesus Christ. This is the ingredients, guys. Yes. Look at this shit. Ingredients needed. Okay. Cells from a 14-week-old aborted male fetus. Cells from a 3-month-old aborted female fetus. Fetal bovine serum taken from still beating heart of aborted baby calf. Madden Derby canine kidney. Chick embryo cells. Guinea pig cells. Pig blood. Monkey kidney. Aluminium. Mercury. Thimerosal. Genetically modified yeast. Monosodium glutamate. Polysorbate 80 and 20, and formaldehyde.
Now, aluminium, heavy metal, mercury, heavy metal. I particularly love formaldehyde. Is that not used to preserve dead bodies?
Yes, that's exactly what it's
doing
used
in
for.
shots.
Exactly.
Look at that list of ingredients now. I bet you that's not handed to anyone before they're given something.
No, it's not.
Oh, and then we didn't play this. See this here? I've just sent it back. Here. Just when I was coming across it.
Yeah, I have two more to play.
Yeah. Oh, but this is only just over. It's only just over a minute anyway.
Yeah, well, I want to play this other Del Bigtree and
that's okay.
Professor Peter McCullough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then we'll go on to that other one there.
Now we'll be finished after Peter McCullough anyway, because we'll be banned.
Yeah. Exactly. I love this guy. I really do. He's a great man. He really is.
This is a massive, massive undertaking, this document. This is a meta-analysis of studies from around the world. What's the breakdown? What is this?
We set out to do a systemic review and review all the information that was out there regarding what has been studied in terms of risk factors for autism. So we considered everything from genetics to the parental history, the prenatal history, other exposures. We did essentially what HHS and the government agencies should have done this year or should have done decades before this year. We'll take the 29 studies that did not find an association between vaccines and autism. Each one of those studies is critically flawed. Most of the time, the unvaccinated group actually had received vaccines. And Dell, none of those studies interviewed the parents, reviewed the vaccine records, or examined the children. 136 studies, all cited in the references. Of those, Dell, 79% either mechanistically, clinically, or ecologically link combination vaccination to the development of autism spectrum disorder, and in particular, profound autism. Vaccines are clearly an independent risk factor, and for some, they are really the direct trigger for the onset of this disorder.
Into this. All this stuff is going to affect a brain. Of course, it's going to affect, and cause neurological problems. I mean, anyone with any common sense, if you saw that list that we just showed, would they be going, yes, I'll have loads of them? I highly doubt it.
I doubt it very much myself.
They just think it's the virus and saline.
Yeah, I know. It's really mental. What was that? You just sent that over to me there, didn't you?
I just sent it over to you,
yeah. Now where's that gone? Right, just let me get it from there again. Okay. COVID. Where's COVID? COVID. That's what I saved it as, COVID. There's a new folder. COVID. There we are.
The very first.
This is this guy as well, Nicholas Herscher. Yeah, let me just. I'm hiding here. Let me drop that down. Boom. Share this one. Boom, 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 boom. Okay.
First, two population studies that looked at COVID-19 vaccines and cancer risk both found massive increases in multiple cancers. And these two studies, one of them's from Italy, right? One of them followed 300,000 Italians for about 30 months. That was the first one that found about 23% increased risk of overall cancer hospitalizations. And they also found increases about 40 to 60% increases in breast cancer hospitalizations, in colorectal cancer, as well as bladder cancer and leukemia and lymphoma. Now we have this new study that just came out out of South Korea that looked at over 8 million Koreans and looked at the cancer risks after vaccination there. And they corroborated the Italian data and even expanded on it. And they found about 26% increase in overall cancer. But they also found increases across 6 major types of cancer, including gastric, thyroid, colorectal, breast. All sorts of cancers were increased, very rare cancers. So this is an absolute disaster, and it corroborates all the experimental evidence. It's now confirmed that these shots have unleashed a turbo cancer epidemic. The data sets corroborate, and we can now explain it with the gene expression chaos we are seeing as documented in our other studies, as well as the genomic integration we are seeing in stage 4 cancer patients. This is a disaster. This has to be acknowledged immediately.
Unbelievable. Like 8.7 million, right? In Italy and South Korea, comparing vaccinated and unvaccinated. Like, that's a massive study, And you're muted.
I wasn't talking anyway, so.
Oh yeah, but just yes, yeah. So.
Right. I'm going to play this video of Anthony's because I think it's worth playing. I'm being honest with you, because people are listening. I just want to play something else first. Paul, here we are. Did I not send it to myself earlier? There it is there, yeah. Let me play this. And then I play Anthony's when I'm going in to get myself another cup of tea. I'll be pissing rings around myself later on much. Well, okay, let's play this. That was just a little ad there for Sin and Adina. So yeah, so I'm going to play this video now. We'll come back in a few minutes because people in the comments are asking for it. So listen.
Yeah, no bother. You can stick it to the full screen.
Yeah, I'll do that now. Yeah, it's a few minutes long, but then we'll go with that and then. Yep, let's go with this.
And I can tell you it's all come from the same source. They just... How are you doing, everyone? Anthony Casey here. I'm doing a video to put to bed a few things that have been out there in the last month or two about me, yet again. And I can tell you it's all come from the same source. They just have different faces. And it's the state. So if you need to go back and listen to this when more lies prop up, I'll refer back to this statement because I'm moving on. And the truth is I'm too busy. I have too much to do to be caught in this. And I know it's designed that way. The whole design thing is to make me look like I'm getting into petty squabbles online, so that'll sink my reputation. There's one person behind a lot of this, and he's used other people to do this, and now it's just someone else with a different face, with a different background. First of all, I'll address some of the lies. Agent of the state, okay? This is the pot calling the kettle black. This is amazing stuff. I'll just say something to the people who believe in this stuff and who comment about it. Look for receipts when people say something to you. Like I might say someone is part of a certain globalist clique, satanic clique, but I'll furnish the receipts, which I have done. If someone says that I work for the state, then look for receipts. If someone says my father works for the state, then look for receipts. If someone says that I said something about their son, look for receipts. If someone said that I told young lads to throw rocks, look for receipts. Look for videos that they're saying. Like, I've never spoken a lie on the Irish column, on any video I've done, on a stage, or to anyone across the nationalist movement. I don't like doing it. In general life, I don't like doing it. And I don't even like talking about people when they're not in the room. And I think that's a core Christian value, not to get into this. A tongue of fire. What I will say is that I furnished some receipts. The global state is using propaganda to divide us. It has for a while. It's the same person or people who decided not to let all the parties come together last year. It's the same people who wrote for the mainstream media and the state, who are pretending to use the name Sin Adina, that are taking people out of Sin Adina to launch their own version of it. They're trying to get us out of the way because they know we're honest people for the country and we might get a bit of traction behind us. That is the truth in a nutshell. People are saying that I make 720 grand off Sin Adina a year, that I charge people 15 quid membership a week. I can tell you there's over 1,000 people in Sin Adina, and hopefully they'll come to the comments now because they don't pay a cent in Sin Adina. We don't have a market merch store because we even grappled with that idea. We even said we don't want to look like we're grifting off any of this stuff. When I'm talking about workshops and things like that, you're not going to be paying in. Maybe you'll pay some expert a small fee just to cover their expenses, but that's it. It's very important to know that there's a lot of people in this movement who have been bought right now. This only makes logical sense that across the Western world, they'd have all these parties go up and they'd infiltrated from the get-go, and that's what they did in Ireland. And it's no different than any other country. It's wolves in sheep's clothing.
everywhere. And when they sink themselves trying to attack normal people, they just use other people, and they stay in the background and they keep their bib clean so that they can participate further down the line. I'm not going to allow myself to be dragged into the public spats anymore, because the last video that was made was particularly nasty. It referenced things about my mother, things about my father, very nasty stuff, and I'm not going to respond to that. Because I know, a lot of people know this is a fight in good and evil, and the evil is rare in its face, because we're getting close, things are building. A lot of Christians feel this. Things are changing. Even with the nationalist movement, there's a line after being drawn in the sand. Are you part of this globalist funding regime? And it's Jesus in the desert. You know, there's the temptation. You'll get the lights, you'll get behind the microphone, you'll get a few bob for yourself, you'll get brought along with the flock, let's say. But I won't. And despite what people don't see in the background of the threats and nonsense, none of that makes a difference to me. That's the truth. So if people are thinking it does, and they're going to scare me away from going to certain places, and that's not going to happen. I'm going to go where I'm going to go. So people can have as many organizations, but it has to be for the country. And if it's not for the country, my thinking is that I don't care if people like me or don't like me. I'm going to call out the truth. So if you're not for the country and you're playing the fiddle, walking people off the cliff like the Pied Piper, then I'm going to be upset about that. I'm not going to be happy about that. And I'm going to call it out, because I don't like to see Irish people being fooled. That's where I stand. About a year ago, I left a certain party that was doing very well, because I saw through people at the helm of it. I left, trying not to make any big deal of it. Since then, they've been gunning for me. It's actually since before I left. That's fine. This is still the same entity that is attacking me with a different face now. But when I left, I knew that there was other party leaders who were saying that they wanted unity. And my whole idea was another party was to have a new banner and to invite everybody else in, that I didn't have to be the leader. And there's people among this movement who know that I rang them or did Zoom calls with them and said, you lead it. Because it didn't matter who it was. It had to be a new banner, a new face, something new that could bring everyone together. And I rang certain people and I messaged them to come meet me for a coffee. Nearly everybody. And I made a video when I was getting, I'll tag it, when I was getting slaughtered in other videos for being called this and that and the other. I made a video about calling for unity. That was my response video. People think that I'm involved in all the controversy because my name keeps being brought up, but it's being brought up by the same circle of people. And even if I don't attack, people say, this is ridiculous, you know, come together, lads. The whole idea is that these people are there so that people don't come together. That's it. They will never sit down at a table because that doesn't fit their agenda of what they have to do. That will stop the globalist funding coming in. So right now, I'm going to dig down and get into the grassroots and get out to the towns and get out to the communities like I have been doing and build from there, because that's what matters. People networking across the country, ready for what, preempting what the government are going to do next. And we know what they're going to do next. Surveillance state, digital ID, all that kind of thing. We need to grow in solidarity and strength on the ground level. Not be restricted by policies, by certain wording, by anything like that. That's what we need to do now. With no election looming, we need to build communication between each other, build trust between each other. And I'm not talking about the political trust, I'm talking about grassroots stuff. So if people come on, and they're going to come, listen, I can promise you here now, I won't do another video or another message or another attack on anyone like I've done for months. But they'll still come and do a video and people will still give it a thumbs up and share it. And that is what it is. Listen, I said I don't want to win any popularity contests. I don't really care. All I want is a good future, the best chance for my kids in this country. And like I said before, I was pre-warned about all this stuff 15 years ago, at least. I knew it was coming when it started launching apart. And it is evil. This is a good and evil fight. And you're seeing it. Look at the people who are saying certain things. Look at their faces. Don't just be bought by the money. Don't be sucked in by people. Look for why they're saying it. Look for motives. So, there's a long story short here that to answer a few questions, yes, I am a carer for my father, who took a heart attack last year during the general election, who lives with me now, and he has a lot of strength himself. He's out there getting back onto his feet. Still a little bit of a ways to go. I am a carer for my ex's father, who has dementia, a few days a week. And I do a little bit of other work like I have today on. But for someone who got to over 10,000 doors between the local and general elections last year, I know carers are suffering in this country. And to say it's not a job is very, very nasty indeed. Because that scares me of what party might come of that. We need to look after our carers. There's no services for autistic kids. There's a lack of services, psychology. There's a lack of supports, additional needs. People are on crazy waiting lists just to get diagnosis. We all know this all too well. Anyway, I'm not going to pick that and use that as a weapon. I'm just saying how important the likes of that thing is. Regardless of that, what I would say is that I've too much to do to get caught up in this squabbling back and forth. I've called for unity several times, and every time I do, a fresh attack is launched. So what I'm going to do is get down to the grassroots and get tucked in. And I have a lot of plans, a lot of plans. That's the one thing I always think. We can always be doing way more, and we are going to do way more. And it's always going to be for the service of the Irish people. So if people want to join, come on board Sinn Féin. There's no leaders to that, regardless of what one certain person put out to the papers and the narrative is spun. There is no leaders to Sinn Féin. But the more people who join it, the more help we can get to get things over the line. This will be a community lifeline. That's what we want, a societal lifeline. That we can say no to whatever they have coming down the line before they come down the line. It's like anyone you talk to, they call you racist for saying anything about migrants coming in. And then you might show them the crime stats and they don't want to see it. They might say, well, what about that little girl last week? Or what about that stabbing 2 weeks ago? What about that? They don't want to hear it. They don't want to see the stats of how all our counties are above record crime rates. They don't want to see any of this stuff. They don't want to hear the stories of the people on the ground. Some people are detached from based on where they live or based on their jobs. They have their head buried in sand. And that's kind of what we're seeing here with all this stuff as well. So I would advise everybody to jump on board and support, or at least extend a little bit of patience when we're trying to build this again and reintroduce something to you. Again, I'm not here to sell anything whatsoever. I don't make money off people at all. And if someone has anything to say about me, let them come and furnish the receipts, because there are none. I'm in this because I can't see a whole lot of honest people, and that's the truth. And I know there's a lot of honest patriots who are here since ground one, and I have nothing but respect for them. They've been around the camps, they've called out things that other people are afraid to call out, such as excess deaths and all that kind of thing. And fair play to them. I have absolutely massive respect for them. But politically, when you put that aside for a minute, we need to, because it's a tool to divide us. There's no elections coming up. Let's get our head down. Let's join in together. Let's row in together. Yeah, that's the story. So I'm going to keep going. No slander is going to put me away from doing what I have to do. I believe God has given us all different roles in this, and regardless of these people coming out of the woodwork, that's fine. So it needs to be said that no lies will deter me from going forward, that no threats will scare me away from going forward, that I have already given this my main purpose in life, and that's what it is. So you can sneer me if you want. I don't really care what you think of me. That's the truth. I don't. I could care less. I don't care about taking the microphone in any different protest. I don't care about what this person thinks. It's not a popularity contest. All I want to do is help put tools in place that I know I'll need, and that hopefully others will see the benefit in and come and add some tools to the chest as well. So with that, Éireann go bragh, we have a massive fight ahead of us. We need to be more aligned. We can't be letting distractions and lies put us off our trail. I certainly won't let it put it off mine. So there will be controversy about me in the future, absolutely. Will any of it be true? No. But what else would you expect globalists to do except infiltrate, lie and deceive? I answer a lot of people who come to me directly, and I will turn up in public, and feel free to come up and ask me a question if you're worried about something or if you're not happy with something I said. I'm there for that. I'm answerable to everybody the same way. We're just all people. No one's above anybody else. So with that, this is my statement on it. I need to go get to work and start digging and start building, and I'll be happy if you join me with it. Thank you.
You're muted.
Yeah, so it was well done. I have to say, I enjoyed it. I really did. He speaks from the heart. He tells the truth. And there's more behind you, Anthony, than you know. Let them lie. Stop caring completely. Truth needs no defence. Éireann go bragh. And I'm just going to read this one here from Tina. Anthony Casey, you got this, and you have a lot of people behind you. Raise above it. The difference between Anthony Casey and others is Anthony couldn't be bought. That's exactly it. Not like the others. He's a passionate man that cares about the future of the Irish children, our children. You want to know Anthony, talk to him before you start judging him. It's not the first time he's been attacked, and it won't be the last. Rise above it, my friend. God bless you. Exactly, yeah, exactly. And I heard a whisper, a whisper from one of the other groups, because I said about money being passed and hands being bought, but it seems James Conway turned around and said the reason he got involved and took the few quid was because he was going to prison in December. This is his excuse, and he needed money to look after his kids. That came from a good source in one of my groups. So that was actually there and spoke to people on Sunday. I think it was a Saturday, Misha Era. So listen, lads, anyone who takes money for the demise of this country is a traitor as far as I'm concerned. And I'm sorry, that's just the way I am. And that's my 10 cents word. Sorry to hear that. What's this? Ukrainians, blah, blah, blah. Fergus Power. Well said, Anthony. God bless you and yours. God bless all in the flight. Éireann go bragh. Yeah. Thanks, Ferg. I'm going to be honest with you. I said it in a Facebook post today. They fear Anthony Casey. I'm being honest with you. Anthony Casey is a future leader of this country. I'm telling you now. I can see it in him. And they know that too. And they can't have him. They can't have him getting into power or getting any sort of power. You only have to look at Sinn Féin. Sinn Féin is one of the biggest movements in this country. One of the biggest groups. There's a lot of new stuff coming from Sinn Féin. Sinn Féin will be relaunching itself now next week or the week after. So watch this space. Paul and Orla, I really think you two are lovely. Thanks very much, Seawins. I like Anthony. Everybody likes Anthony. Only the ones that are against Anthony. Listen, as I said, I've been with Anthony it was me who brought Anthony in here. It was me who, so I know Anthony's none of these things that these people are saying, God bless you, Anthony. You're doing God's work. Yes, we are. We're all doing God's work. There's another man there, Ferg Power, in the comments there. He's doing the same. We're all doing the same. We're all doing this for our kids. Like, let's be honest about it.
And none of us are getting any money for anything, nor do we take it.
Why don't they approach? They've approached a load of people in this movement, and they've sent messages to talk to them, and these people just ignored them. And I know this for a fact because I've been speaking to these people. The Mighty Ducks, these are gone, lads. I'm being honest with you, which are billions and billions of backing money in the whole lot. So yeah, of course, to fear him. He's a threat to them. He's a threat to them. Yes, exactly. He is a threat to them. He's like Tommy Robinson of Era. Yeah. And you, Paul. Thanks very much. Great show, lads. Thanks. No problem. Orla, You cat, yeah. Look,
whereas
no money.
Angel has, yes, ignored us tonight.
No money made for my passion for my own homeland. I still have to work a meaningless job and jump on a bus full of foreigners in these dark, rainy mornings with no clear, tangible reward like many of us. We all do it. We all do it for our country. Defo back in Anthony, you can tell he is genuine. I hope he does one day lead us. So do I. I'm just gonna. So we're nearly finished there. I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna play this video from Ferg again for Paul Nolan for Friday. It's only 2 minutes long, so
okay.
3 minutes long. So yeah, we'll get this in really quick and we'll finish up. All right. Yeah.
I'm my brother's keeper. Yes, I am. I'm imploring everyone to get to the CCJ on Friday to support Paul Nolan. It's his birthday that day, and these scumbags are trying to lock him up for recording outside the night pass centre, totally legal. Whereas on the other hand, the other day, they gave a suspended sentence to a non-national who stabbed a tourist 8 times at Dublin Airport. That's attempted murder. He got to walk away. The judge in Paul's case, the last time he was up, he actually used the term predatory about Paul. Yet these same fucking vile scumbags, they let off the absolute lowest of the low that source children, little babies being raped. But they get a slap in the wrist and a suspended sentence. And obviously go back into society around innocent children. Make it make sense? It absolutely doesn't. These same animals that are trying to lock up citizen journalists like them police did, they're not calling them Gardaí anymore. They're police. That came up to Philip Dwyer and took his phone off him. The brazen bastards that they are, because he got the okay from the top to go and do what they want. The same way they targeted Ross, myself, Terry Kay, you name it. Anyone standing up to these fucking bastards and stick your head above the parapet, and you're automatically an enemy of this state. This same rotten treasonous state, fraudulent state that fearmongered this island back in 2020 about a non-existent big bad virus that replaced the flu in 2020. In 2021, these same monsters put this country into a medical trial, and they have slaughtered over 25,000 of our people, including Irish men, women, young boys and girls, including Ava O'Brien and Roy Butler, and babies in the womb. And they are still advocating for that an RTE is safe and effective. They're responsible for that little girl that was raped at the hands of a foreigner that shouldn't have been here either a couple of weeks ago at City West. They're responsible for all the children that get trafficked to hotels, plied with alcohol and drugged and raped by gangs of fucking paedophiles for money. They're responsible for all this. And they're going after the people that are exposing them. So I'm imploring everyone, please be there on Friday for Paul and show him the support that he thoroughly deserves. And anyone else going forward. These courts should be packed out with hundreds of people in support of the men and women that have stood up to these fucking monsters over the last few years without any fear. For our own personal safety, our families, our homes that have been threatened non-stop. Oh, it's time, people. And this thing on the 25th at Tusley, this has to have a massive turnout for that little girl and everyone else that has been failed by this rotten treason state. So please, show up for these people that deserve your support, okay? That have put themselves out there on the line for this country and your families and their futures. God bless everyone this fight. Here we go, bro.
Fair play to Ferg. Well done. I'll leave it at that now, and I'm gonna just share this before we go. Just one more time. Just there you go, people. If you want to throw boys not boys a drink, but boys whatever. You know what I mean? Boys a coffee or whatever you want to do. Fair play to everyone. Well, they're hitting 1,200 there, folks.
Oh, great. Brilliant.
Deadly. 1,200. Nice one, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I'll drop you down, Orla, just for a minute, and I will talk to you in 5 minutes. Thank you very much. It's been
no problem.
emotional.
Good night.
Talk to you in a minute. And as you can see behind me there, my good friend Fergus Power got me that flag, and that's my flag. That's what we use for the truth in Jesus. So yeah. So people, I'm just going to go through. Great show. Thanks very much, everyone. Judge Nolan, 2 scammers. Thank you, Paul and Orla. Great show. God bless you all, and God bless Ireland. God will triumph over evil. Good will triumph over evil. Keep the faith, even if it's only the size of a mustard seed. Yes, I agree with you. Keep safe. No problem. Thanks, Paul and Orla. Everyone in the chat. God bless. Aaron Gobrag. Good night, Teresa. Okay, people. As I say every night, the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose, and it will defend itself. And Christ is King. Good night, and God bless.